Noon. Welcome to the 57th regular session of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the province of Bukidnon. In view of the absence of the presiding officer, this honorable body is now open for nomination for our temporary presiding officer for this 57th regular session.
I highly nominate our senior board member Mario Jr. Alvarez, to be our temporary presiding officer.
Honorable senior board member Mario Jr. B. Alvarez has been nominated and duly seconded. Any objections? I hear none. We will now recognize our temporary presiding officer for this 57th regular session, the Honorable Board Member Mario Jr. B. Alvarez. We request everybody to please rise.
The 57th regular session is now called to order. Invocation to be led by Board Member Rielu S. Linas, followed by the singing of the national anthem, singing of the Bukidnon hymn, and the PBLMP creed.
For anyone who's prayed 1,000 prayers and still can't find the answer anywhere, fighting.
Father, we come before you with grateful hearts as we begin this session. Thank you for the gift of life, for the opportunity to gather together, and for the responsibilities entrusted to each of us. Grant us wisdom and a calm spirit as we discuss the matters before us. Help us to listen with understanding, speak with kindness, and consider every decision in fairness and sincerity. Guide our leaders and all those who serve our community. May we always be guided by good judgment, humility, and compassion. Bless our people, our families, and our communities. May the work we do today contribute to peace, harmony, and the well-being of everyone. Keep us united, patient, and mindful of our shared responsibility to serve with honesty and dedication. May your guidance be with us throughout the session and in all that we do. Amen.
Bayan ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Bayang mag-ibig, kailangan silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagalang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang bagaw, ay hinanang tulakaw,
Maayong hapon sa tanan. Mr. Secretary, can we have the roll call?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. Roll call. Provincial Vice Governor Clive D. Quino, absent on official business, Honorable Presiding Officer. Board Member Mario Jr. B. Albarisi.
Present.
Board Member Godofredo I. Balansag. Absent on leave. Board Member Minerva Sikasinabi. Absent on official business. Board Member Bobby J. Dinlayan. Board Member Marlon Brando B. Dinlayan. Board Member Armando Jr. S. Evangelista. Board Member Jose Miguel S. Fortich. Board Member Oliver Owen L. Garcia. Board Member Yelo S. Linas. Board Member Holly Simon Santo. Board Member Elicer S. Onahon. Board Member Joseph D. Palmada. Board Member Ranolfo C. Jr. G. Pipito. Board Member Renato S. Sumbungan. Honorable Presiding Officer, there are 12 out of 15 members of this august body who are inside the session hall. There is a quorum.
Quorum is declared. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Our calendar of business consists of the following: reading and approval of the minutes of the 56th regular session, 59 items for the first reading, 24 items for the second reading, 2 items under the question R, 2 items under the unfinished business, 6 items under the other communications, and 2 items under addendum 1. Moving for the approval of the calendar of business as presented, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
As to the minutes of the 56th regular session of the 28th Sangguniang Panlalawigan held at the SP Session Hall, Malaybalay City on August 18, 2026, copy of the same has been disseminated in advance for consideration of this august body. Thus, I move to dispense of the full reading of the said minutes, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to dispense. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to amend the minutes of the 56th regular session, specifically item number 1 under the first reading. Instead of proposed ordinance number 037-2026 of the 28th SP, it should be 040-2026 to the 28th SP. So I move, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to amend. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
I move further for the approval and adoption of the said minutes, Mr. Presiding Officer, as amended.
There's also a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Proceeding to our first reading, reference of business, may I request our secretary to read the first item therein, Mr. Presiding Officer?
Attorney Apollo Magwali is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. First reading, reference of business, item number 1. Proposed ordinance number 041-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by Board Member Ranolfo C. Jr. G. Pipito, 4th Legislative District, this province, entitled An Ordinance Further Amending the Amended Provincial Ordinance number 2023-045R of the 27th SP, on the grant of financial assistance to support the deserving and qualified medical students and the integration program of doctors in Bukidnon, and appropriating funds therefore, expanding the covered beneficiaries to include qualified students enrolled in pre-medical courses who can avail the financial assistance, providing guidelines, and appropriating funds therefore.
I move for the approval of the following, Mr. Presiding Officer. Item number 1 be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Item number 2 to 6 be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be as items number 25 to 29. Items number 7 to 9 be referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Items number 10 to 18 be referred to the Committee on Civil Service. Item number 19 be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights. Items number 20 to 25 be referred to the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry. Item number 26 be referred to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. Items number 27 to 59 be transferred to the new business of the day, and this will be marked as items number 30 to 62. In Addendum 1, items number 1 and 2 be transferred to the new business of the day, and this will be marked as items number 63 and 64. So I move for the approval, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Since we have no item in the privilege hour, Mr. Presiding Officer, we will now move to our question hour. We have two items under the question hour, Mr. Presiding Officer. First item is we have cause to invite Mr. Cornelio Milan Cruz II, our Provincial Events Committee Chairperson. This is with regards to the updating of this August body relative to the request for authority to enter into a contract of agreement with Events Pro Artists and Events Management Services for the entertainment package in relation to the programs and activities of the provincial government for the upcoming 112th founding anniversary of the province of Bukidnon. And the second item is invited by Board Member Joseph Palmada. This is to apprise the August body relative to the status of hauling and disposal of the waste materials in the, I believe this is 8 provincial, 7 ra? 8? 8 o 8 Bukidnon provincial hospitals, and the obligation of the previous contractor as well as the current status of the waste management and the commitment of the recently contracted third party. For this purpose, Mr. Presiding Officer, I move to suspend our internal house rules to accommodate our guests.
There's a motion to suspend our internal house rules. Any second? It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
May we now first recognize our Provincial Events Committee Chairperson, Mr. Cornelio Milan Cruz II. Mr. Presiding Officer.
Mr. Cornelio Melon Cruz is recognized. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon po.
Sir Jun, tagaila lang may update, Sir Jun, regarding the kaning ato ang query for this afternoon regarding the kinsa atong artist. Kung sino yung question last time, kinsang artist, and then mga further updates for the upcoming 112th founding anniversary celebration. Thank you.
Pwede ma-flash itong previous bitaw nga gipresent sa ato. Do we have that? While waiting for the ay commend din ako atong CSU kay gwapo na kayong parking mo, nabali na ang airport sa ato. Wala pa si airport. Basta man ang parking ba? Apil to mga motor din ako magigdan nga one side parking lang. Katong sa motel. Di man ano mo to shop. This is the one, Sir Jun.
Yes, good afternoon to this August body. Our celebrity for this year's Foundation Day concert is Eli Buendia po. Kaya po medyo mataas yung budget niya. But aside from Eli Buendia, si Events Pro is also supplying us with an MC entertainer from Cagayan de Oro and 2 local bands. 3. Na ay solo singer and 2 local bands from Bukidnon.
This will be on
September 1
at
at 7 p.m. po. During the same night, we will also be having a fireworks display.
Is the amount of the fireworks appeal din sa 4 point?
I think different po yung...
different na.
Apo. Yes.
So any questions from the August body? Yes, Attorney Monsanto is recognized.
So the only artist which is katong Events Pro, yes, to be brought here by the Events Pro is only Ili Buendia,
The only national artist.
the only national
po.
artist.
Yes po.
But we have some
Nakapackage.
entertainers also coming from Cagayan de Oro, part of the package,
Yes,
and
board. Yes,
three
board.
bands.
Yes, board. Local
Local
entertainers.
Pila ra ka kabukanta ni Ili Buendia na?
I think it's full show yung
Full
kay
sigod
Ellie.
siya. Okay, basin daghan tong mga other entertainers, pag kanta niya upat ra ka buko, din siya.
I actually board ever since our artists naman, they give us the full show. Pag ano kay the budgets that we give them is ano talaga is for for their full service.
So the venue will be at the
Centennial stage po.
Centennial Stage.
Yes po.
Okay. So that is for free
Yes, board.
For
For
free.
free po for the public.
for the public.
Yes po.
Okay. So wala to mga lingkuranan nga murag para sa mga special guests ato bang wala na to.
We'll be having a safety area
Safety area, okay.
na we will also be providing as VIP
VIP.
area because we cannot through our experience talaga board there are personalities that don't want to mingle with the huge crowd.
Apil ng mga board member ana.
So far no.
Sa stage, kauban si Ellie.
Thank you.
Ang board members sa stage man, wala sila doon sa ubos.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Attorney Monsanto. Any more queries? Yes, Board Member Bobby J.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Sir, balik atong ganina bi, yung mga inclusions. Okay, so kana magud before mao na gid na gyapon nang naay hygiene kit of the performers. Meaning kana sa dako gina siya budget ang hygiene kit sa mga performers kay apil magid sa dina sa iyang pundo. Kiapil magid siya sa kauban sa talent fee, airfare, meals. So meaning medyo siya dakong pundo kay nganong naapil magid diha.
Nagid allotted board kay kanang mga alcohol, mga facial wash, kay ga refresh man pud na sila before they go out.
Okay. Kaya I believe when we say personal hygiene kit, that is their personal. So sila na magdalaan na kanang mga ilang mga sanitizer or tissue, alcohol. So yun na ang pagtuo. Why we include in the budget. So nana ba sa to padako-dako yung budget ana.
Actually board part na sa ilang kontrata.
Gyapon sa contract.
Yes po. Opo.
Okay.
Sa mga
Siguro
artist.
hindi nato sila mangyo nga mura magkukuan kasi ang hygiene kit ibutang dina sa budget. Murag kay that is their personal magud nila nga needs. Okay, so
We will
that's
bring
the
it up
only
next
observation.
time, board.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sige po. Thank you.
Ano po na Board Member sa yung mga sakit-sakit ba? But don't worry, kung mo-perform ang duwan ni Kuya Board Member Marlon, hatagan dyan pong hygiene kita, magkabala ka. Especially niyo. Yes, Sir Jun, napasidugan.
If I may.
Ano pa?
Ay.
Aw.
Actually, for this body, for the information of the body also, part of the budgets also are go to the transportation, airfare sa mga kauban, sa mga artist. That's why iba-iba din yung presyo ng mga artist karon. Like, kung single lang, gamay ra ang ano ba tawag na sa ila, ang contingent nila. Pero kung banda, usually, ang isa ka band member, napod siya kauban nga 2, 3, 5 nga contingent.
Yeah.
If I may also, ang Bini, kaya di natin makuha si Bini. Si Bini kasi 20 members na siya.
Yeah, excluding the mga staff nila.
Yes po.
Di pwede 5 lang. 5 kabine.
Mini na to dito, Bini. Mini. And this also includes ang ng rental sa sound system.
Apil na.
Appeal, Sir Jun. Ang rental
Lahi
sa...
lahi
lahi
board.
sa sound system.
Oo,
Okay.
lahi pa wala pa din sa 4.4, sir.
Okay. This is just for the
For
the performers nandiyan din sila.
Opo, for the package.
Alam ko additional question Sir Jun. Wala na tayo mga opening acts. Abot na answer ba ganina? Natin mga opening acts ani nila o diretso na?
Na-board, sorry. The the other artist that I mentioned kanang sa from Cagayan de Oro na MC and entertainer pod na siya. And that we have Soulfly Trio, we have Spinks Band, and another solo singer na escapes my mind right now. Appeal na sila sa package. And they're the front acts.
So kumbaga mga 5. Balik 5 ka front acts. Aya si...
Ay si Ellie. Yes, board.
Okay.
Dili lang to, pwede makahanggyo mo yung mga surprise singers. Dili na surprise, kaya ako nang i-mention, mga Dinlayan cousins.
Sila yan. Wala po di...
Pwede 3 o'clock mo sugod.
Anyway, if wala na Hilgo kang board member Garcia, Mr. Chair. Bangilisa, sorry.
Board member Bangilista is recognized.
So, thank you, Mr. Presiding. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Sir Jun.
Good afternoon, board.
My query is regarding the schedule of activities. No, wala na ko inquire sa ang topic sa schedule of activities. No, I noticed nga previous mga founding anniversary nato na included ang shooting competition. Then karon na year wala na appeal. So mo nang nangutana ko kung unsay rason. Then last February during our Kamulan celebration na kita po nako nga naay budget sa karon nga founding anniversary. Then just wondering nganong nawala ang budget sa shooting competition.
Actually, board, we ask for proposals. Ang shooting kay murag wala may proposal karon na gihatag sa committee, sir.
Committee which
Sa events committee po.
event committee? Kinsa ang event committee,
Ay,
sir?
ako ang chairman sa events committee, sir.
Actually, previous years nanadaan, wala na no need na nagkuan mi nag-propose kay nakabutang naman sa calendar of activities. Karon nag-inquire ko last month kay mag-prepare na unta, then ningon din ang akong staff nga wala daw budget. So just wondering lang anong nawala nga last February during the Kamulan celebration natakita na mo nga naay budget sa karon. So mo nang unsay rason?
Well, yun lang, sir. We need aside from the proposal, attach naman ang activity design. So ang budget proposal na apod dito. So we didn't get a detailed na activity design for the shooting event. And siguro, sir, I'm sorry for not including that, but we were waiting for proposals.
Okay, so dili na maapas, sir.
I will inquire, sir, kung pwede pa maapas, and I will inform your staff
As
ASAP.
soon as possible.
Yes po.
Sige. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Bangilista. So Jun, aside sa atong ban sa night, no? Unsa di ang other activities pa rin sa September 1, by the way?
Well, for a recap po, we have the basketball tournament which started actually today. Nag-opening sila sa sports complex. On August 27, rehearsal na sa Parade of Colors for September 1. And also on August 27, mag-start na Taog Night Cafe for the Foundation Day. August 28, Friday, sa ang Holy Mass na to sa Centennial Stage. And we will be having local bands starting August 27 up to August 30. We will have a pickleball tournament also on August 29, 31. And the Bukidnon Moto Festival from August 29 to August 31. The Governor's Cup of the softball from August 29 to August 31. And on Monday, September 1 is our socio-civic parade of colors and the flag raising ceremony here at the Capitol. 6 a.m. po yung call time sa Pine Hills. And then we will have the Foundation Night concert and fireworks display with Eli Buendia. And the 4x4 Off-Road Challenge from September 5 to 6. And if ever po, yung shooting...
Yeah, tingalig makaya pa ang shooting. Ubay-ubay po na itong activities, ha?
Yes po.
By the way, Sir Jun, kinsa ang nag-handle sa 4x4? Which group or club?
Si Sir Tope Beltran.
Beltran. Yes, Attorney Monsanto.
How much was the budget for the 4x4 off-road?
Wala. I don't have the information right now, Sir BM, but I will text muna the tourism to get me the figures.
So we will be giving prizes to the winner.
Yes, sir. Yung all those other activities, may mga prizes din pero minimal lang.
Minimal. Are we expecting mga participants not coming from the province of Bukidnon?
For some events, there are participants coming from at least the region. Like the Moto Festival, we actually got some sponsors from Cagayan de Oro and Davao. And they will be bringing in their motorcycle and car groups diri sa Capitol grounds.
Dini?
Yes po. If
kanang moto show o kanang ang off-road mo gito na ay murag race gito.
yes po. Opo.
Ang
Na obstacles.
Obstacle. Ang kanang moto show is wala display lang o nabay
I know, sir. If I remember correctly, 5 ang
Pwede masaka?
sub-event.
Mabutang dito sa moto?
So, sa Moto Festival, sir, we have the Enduro. We have the Bex 300 South Edition. That's one event. Adventure Loop, another event. Prix Edition is another event. Motocross, another event. And the Big Bikes and Moto Show here at the Capitol. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, dili lang limited nga murag i-display na agyo yung murag competition nila sa
Yes po, board na po. Tapos, all of those events will have a culminating event on the last day diri sa KOT.
pero ang expenses nila na sa mga fuels ila na
Ay, sa kanila.
sa kanila.
Sa kanila po.
Walay
From
counterpart
us,
on our
from
part.
us, wala po. Ang ato lang is ang mga honorarium for the marshals,
Judges.
honorarium for the judges, walay
Tangan tatog bike, no? Kay katong walay gasolina ba? No? Itong mga gwapo man ang bike gihapon challenge. No? Ito kay wag yung gasolina. Oh.
Enduro yan, board. 300 kilometers. Pero sa, if I remember correctly, sa Kaamulan, sa North, Bukidnon man sila. So this time, sa South, Bukidnon sila mag-enduro. Para ma-expose ang tibuok Bukidnon.
So they will be using the highway kanang event.
Ang BEX po
Okay.
is not using the highway. I think they'll be using the unfinished na mga roads, road construction.
Murag off-road Japan siya, attorney.
Mark of road.
Murag off-road. Tapos si Adventure Loop. Si Adventure Loop, kanya-kanya sila, sir. Na from Cagayan and Davao, muanhi sila on their own. They'll just meet here sa Capitol grounds. Mga big bike.
So wala event pareha atong Ironman.
Ay,
Unya dili ka pun pero na kay mga proper mga precautions na to ana.
Pero actually, it's not a race. It's just a loop. Murag uban lang sila ba?
Uban lang.
Oh, pero dili na siya race, attorney.
Nya katong murag na ay number of hours nga ilang i-abson.
I don't think so. Okay,
Wala.
biyahe lang sila. The way I understand it. Yeah.
Wala silang ganon.
Wala.
Ang similar ani board is like a tambike na diri sa Capitol. They all just come here, then tambay-tambay during the event.
Okay.
Ilagay. I was about to ask that, attorney, pero I know it's not a race.
Thank you.
Murag
Mr.
joyride
President.
lang diba? Joyride coming here.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Attorney Monsanto. Yes, Board Member Marlon Denlayan. Mangutan niya ni kung makasingit ba niya ba?
Thank you so much, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good afternoon. Sir, Milan Cruz, talagang sila nakakita ni. Halos nakita ni. May I ask, sir, sa atong mga performer about sa iyahang contract of agreement kaning payment terms and conditions. There's been instances where the performers or the mga mag-perform nabay nitabo nga ni back out sila ana nga time or they cancel the wala pa sa
During our
so far sa inyong experience, sir, nabay ni withdraw sa ilang mga engagement
Wala pa naman.
after the contract was entered into.
wala pa naman board.
So if so, sir, if ever it will happen, if so what measures or mga contractual naba na sa nakabutang ba sa terms and conditions?
Actually, if I remember correctly, we are not contracted with the artist. Our contract is with Events Pro. Artist
diretso
and
na sa
Events Management. So,
Sa ilan na diretso.
yes po.
Pero naka-indicate na yung
Ang
terms and conditions
artist.
ito if ever lang na siya.
Yes po.
Pero salamat wala kami na siya. Ako lang ko, naniguro lang ko, sir ba?
So far, board, wala naman tayong bad experience na ingana.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you, sir, and see you dito.
See you, sir. See you.
Thank you, Board Member Marlon Denlayan. Yes, Board Member Bobby J. Denlayan.
Sir, gampahin lang sa kining fireworks display. Pila ni ka minuto ang atong fireworks display para na po may idea og pila ka minuto may maghangara.
Our budget yata for this year is just like the budget sa Kamulan. It will be around 20
20 minutes.
minutes po.
Totoo yun eh. Okay, that's all.
Pagdalag,
Okay, thank
Katrin na
you.
lang. So I guess, Board Member Pipito?
Yes, before I forget, last year, Sir Jun, di ba natin i-invite isa po katong mga volleyball players? Nabay similar atong klaseng event karon?
This year, ingana ka sports board, wala.
Unsa man nga
Na-replace siya with the MotoFest.
Motofest na?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. If wala na, Mr. Presiding Officer, maybe we can excuse Sir
Yeah.
Cruz.
Thank you so much for coming, Sir Jun. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Jun. And then we will now proceed to the second item of under the questionnaire, Mr. Presiding Officer. And may we now recognize our board member from the 3rd District, Board Member Joseph Palmada, to
Our
give us
dashing
the
board member,
background of this inquiry.
Board Member Palmada is recognized.
Good afternoon, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Good afternoon.
This is regarding to the hospital waste that we have for the 8 hospitals in the province of Bukidnon. So we caused to invite our Provincial Economic Enterprise Development Management Office, Attorney Ligdo, but I think she is represented by Ma'am Rojilu Kagatin, and together with our legal, Attorney Jam is here, and also Mr. Jude Urmilada from the BPH Maramag. So to apprise us, enlighten us regarding on the hospital waste that we have. So may we request first Ma'am Rojilu to shed light on the matter. Yes, good afternoon. Maayong hapon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, your august body. I'm Miss Rojilu P. Kagatin, SAO from PEDMO. Together with me is Sir Jojo Ormiliada, our Pollution Control Officer from BPH Maramag, and Attorney Jam Candice from Provincial Legal Office. So to appraise the august body, relative to the current status of our hazardous waste, or as we call the medical waste sa hospital, we already give information when we have the committee hearing for the HEML contract MOA approved under Board Member Attorney Owen Garcia last June 30. That's our second supplier or contractor for our medical waste. Last 2025, we have the first ever hauler for our medical waste po, your August body, which is Ciclad. Only 45 tons ang iyahang allowed or nakakontract sa iyaha. We paid the CLAD 2.6 million, kay 2.8 raman to ato ang contract, Your Honor. But if you can see the current status sa atong medical waste, especially sa Maramag, medyo accumulated na po siya. As per record from PEDMO, BPH Malamag alone for pathological waste for sa monthly hazardous waste ni BPH Maramag, nasa 286 kilos. For the hazardous liquid, 33 kilos. Monthly infectious waste, 168 kilos. And general waste niya is 1,667 kilos per month. Ingan ang ato ang ma-accumulate nga medical waste. So currently
1.7, no? 1,700 kilos, ma'am.
For
monthly.
Yes po, for medical waste alone po.
Okay.
So currently, we cannot proceed per inquiry from the Provincial Legal Office for notarial na ang katuang for the HML nga contract worth 3 million, waiting for the approved resolution from SP para maka notaryo na pod ang HML, which is ang ato ang supplier na to, the hauler. Kay, as per process po, for the information of everyone, all requirements will be submitted to the ENR, including the contract. So the ENR will then give ang hospital the permit nga pwede na ta maghaul. So the hospital will give the scheduled hauling. So for CLAD, we have once a month before. If that's the case, then the hospital will request for permit to transport. If makahatag na si DNR of permit to transport for a week, kana siya ang atong ginahatag sa hauler para makabiyahe ang katong ilahang katong mga sakyanan nila from one province to another. So after that one, pag mahakot na siya, ang medical waste ihatod siya dito sa treatment facility. For example, for clad dito siya sa Pulumulok. After that one, if na-treat na siya, the hauler mag-send siya sa DENR og request for certificate of treatment. If mo issue na dayon si DENR of certificate of treatment, muna na po na siya ang ihatag niya balik sa atua sa hospital. So si PCO ra gid ang pwede mag-request per portal per hospital. So after na ay certificate of treatment, ay na po dayon ta pwede maka-request of another permit to transport. For example, for CLAD for the last year.
Ma'am
Yes,
Ruth, Ma'am Ruth, nalibog na ko ani.
Sorry, sir.
Dili na ta atong katong clad nga mo gingnon kay wala naman to sila, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Sa kining bag-o lang ta.
Wala pa ta nahuman sa kontrata, Your Honor, because wala pa on hand ni Provincial Legal Office ang approved resolution for the HML contract po. So wala pa siya
So, wala pa?
nandotaryuhan. Yes po.
Sige, so inani na lang sa Ma'am Ruth ha. Tagay sa mi og kining data regarding on the hospital waste. Tanan nato nga provincial hospitals. Maramag lang alone from kanusa ni sila nag-stop gani?
Nag-stop sila last ang katong manggong Your Honor, ang siklad naka-focus lang siya for Maramag last year nga howling.
So may we know right now kung pila ba ang naipon nga kining hospital waste maramag lang alone?
For Maramag alone, sir, since August until now, so August 112, wait lang pa ha.
June, July, August.
Times pa.
Last year or this year?
Di ba 45 tons naman natong clad?
Yes po,
So
45.
45 tons lang. So wala na ni sila karon.
Wala na po.
Pila ka tons karon ang nabilin sa BPH Maramag lang natong hospital waste. Nga dili pwede na to madala dito sa municipal recovery facility of that LGU.
Per RPCO po, more or less
Sige,
na siya
Ma'am.
sa 150 tons.
150 tons.
Yes, po.
Accumulated since when? Kay based on the record 1.7 tons lang, di ba?
Maybe
Per month.
our...
Per month.
Yes, sir.
Sige, sige.
Maybe we could answer
Yes,
it.
maying hapon, Sir Joe.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jude Ormiliada po, PCO, BPH Maramag. To the information sa tanan, ang accumulated nga pathologic waste way back sa pandemic period, intra-pandemic, portion raan ang nakuha, sir, sa
Iklad,
CLAD.
unsa to gani
Yeah.
nga collector?
CLAD.
Clad.
CLAD Sanitary Services.
CLAD Sanitary.
Portion lang sa iyang nakuha sa during pandemic na time because ang paghakot magud sa LGU gipaundang na ni Mayor kay wala na ilabayanan sa landfill.
Yeah.
So since then, hantod ang gakuha ra gid sa CLAD portion ra gid sa accumulated way back pandemic time. Ang kanang accumulated karon nga from August katong pag-undang na sa LGU hantod karon naana na siya karon nag-stay sa Maramag. That is why ang ballpark estimate na mo na, sir, around 150 metric tons yun siguro.
150 metric tons.
Yes po.
Just in Maramag alone.
Maramag.
Yes, sir.
Sir Joe,
Yes,
kining 150 metric tons, muni karon ang naadya tanan mo nang gitabunan.
Yes, sir. That includes naapagay portion ana nga naa sa container nga apil pa sa pandemic time. Naapoy pictures
ako
gihatag, sir.
Ako pangutana ani si Clad man before di ba nagkolekta. Sa kada kolektan lang pila ka tons ang ilang transport based sa certificate of certificate of
PTT. Permit to transport.
treatment.
Ang iahag yung allowable karga ra gyud sa ilang wimban is 5 metric tons per haul.
5 metric tons.
Yes po.
Kapila pud sila sa isa si Clad before, kapila sila mag-collection ani.
Katong time sa schedule nato in the span of 6 months na sila collection sa isa ka bulan.
Monthly ba ang ilang collection?
Every week, sir, every month sa ilang attendance 2 to 3
So
attendance per month.
5 metric tons lang ilang makuha. Considering ang inyong waste din na nga naipon is 145 tons. Imagine na kung weekly ni kaupat sila sa isa ka bulan by 5. Isa ka tuig ni dili mo horot ba 150.
Your Honor, mora ang approve ni DNR kang clad na
Yeah.
permit.
Now,
Yes po.
sa karon sa kini atong bag-o karon sa manitabo because we have also approved sa kining bag-o na itong kolektor.
The same, Your Honor, 5 metric
metric
ton.
tons.
Yes po.
Ang ako pangutana ani sa isa ka bulan kaupat. So 20 tons ang makuha. So more or less ani sa kabulan kaupat siguro mga 20 tons. 5 ka bulan ni unom ka bulan mahurot na ni. More or less. Pero ginagmay ang kasulod ani kay murag isa ka na lang katonelada. Kikini accumulated mong good ni. Ang ako pangutana ani kanu sa mag-start ning bag because we have just approved June, di ba? Katong bago na to nga kining kolektor.
Your Honor.
Unsay ano na to ani? Unsay atong action regarding sa katong clad, sanitary services ug sa kining bag-o na to kanu sa pud sila din mag-start?
Your Honor, the status as per data from the provincial legal, wala pa sila copy sa approved resolution. So, katong came from SP, katong nag-approve ta sa contract ni HEML by and between the province, katong tripartite contract. So, wala pa siya naka-notaryo. As of my tracking, naa siya August 10 pa ang contract na sa legal and last day gahapon ako ang gi-check. Ang note from the secretary from the provincial legal office is tripartite MOA, HML, Maya, and PGB to be calendared next week, 8/25/2026. This is the note that was given by the provincial legal office po.
So wala tay timeline ani. Wala no? Open.
Supposed to be kanang Your Honor, after pagsugod gid sa tuig giparan through na gid namo diretso ang katuang PR for bid kay we know the dilemma for kanisha kay for the information of the August body this since 2024 that's the 9th time nga nag-notice ta kan DENR sa ato ang violation. So, maragadali po ni kay si Sir Jojo of RPCO, ginahold po iyang license for pollution control. But then, we cannot proceed for the request for the PTT kay requirement man siya sa portal ni DNR ang approve and notarized contract by and between the hauler and the end user po.
Pero si HEML ni kani bago na to nga kining contractor accredited ni sila sa DNR? May problema ni sila?
Yes po, accredited siya ni DNR because he submitted the legal documents and the DNR permits verified by our legal office and prior for the bidding po.
Ang process ani from Bukidnon dalon dito siya sa Cotabato, din si Cotabato i-transport pa dalong Cagayan de Oro kay actually ang treatment ani sa Cebu pa, di ba?
Gi-verify ni CLAD na sila another party for treatment sa Cotabato lang gid siya ang treatment facility. Dili na nila ay transport to Cebu po.
Sa Cebu?
Yes po.
So within the Cotabato lang na area?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because first, Honorable Presiding Officer, I know manggod nga from Bukidnon dalon dito sa Tacorong ba to?
Tacorong.
Then from Tacorong City transport na po for Cagayan de Oro, transport siya pa dalon Cebu kay dito ang treatment sa Cebu. But right now, okay na, at least na lang sa Cotabato area.
That's their first katuang ilahang permit, Your Honor, but katong nag-price increase ang fuel, dili na medyo naapikihan ang ilahang negosyo. So they offer another agreement, katong tripartite as ilang agreement na between the treater. Nana sila Cotabato karon. So ang hauling is from Bukidnon to Cotabato treatment only, not to Cebu po.
Yeah. Sige, thank you, Ma'am Ruth. So, dito na po may we ask from the legal, Honorable Presiding Officer, kung kano sa gini siya mag-start? Kay, actually, ongoing naman, di ba?
Yeah, Attorney Jam.
Mayong hapon, Attorney Jam.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your Honors, per information sa office, we actually sent the governor's office sent the request for authority in May 4. And up till now, gahulat pagyapon mi sa transmittal sa authority. Ang contract is naana sa office for signature ni Gov and notarization na. And sa gingon ni Ma'am Rog, ang contract na lang may kulang para makasubmit na ang kaning treater o ang transporter para sa implement or makahakot na, makastart na silang hakot.
Okay. So this is in... Pero ang contract ni HML is sa BPH Maramag lang.
The contract is for the...
Does it include also from other our provincial hospitals?
The contract is for the transport and treatment of hazardous waste from the BPMC and the BPH Bukidnon Provincial Hospitals.
So both ni siya sa BPMC and BPH Maramag?
Tanan. 7 BPH.
Tanan. Okay, very good, very good. So does include eight hospitals, diba, that we have from Talakag, Malitbog?
7 BPH and 1 medical center po.
Yeah. Okay, sa medical center, Malay.
That's why it's 8.
Yeah. 8 hospitals. Yeah, 8 hospitals. Okay. So, you are waiting lang karon, Attorney Jam, regarding on the transmita sa kanang kuan nato lang?
Sa authority, Your
Authority.
Honor. Yes po.
So, kano sa man ni? Authority, more or less. Approve na. Okay. So, signatory na siguro ni tanan? Ha? Asa man karon na? Honorable Presiding Officer, I would like to sige. To make, I would like to yield my time to our colleague, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Board Member Garcia is recognized.
Mr. Chair, tinudanay nagsabot ming Rogelio ani kidaghan kay tagpangutana ning kontratahan na clarify man hinoon during that committee hearing. So while it was submitted to us in May, but because we do not know about this contract, so we had to have a committee hearing, which we are thankful to Rogelio and the team for clarifying the matters in the contract. Now, reported out naman 55th regular session approved. I don't know why it was not transmitted. May we ask our secretary, what's the hold-up? No? Kay apparently, no notaryo without written approved authority, signed, sealed, and kissed with love, sent to the legal office. So, I don't know why. So, kana lang. This is the 57th regular session. I don't know how long time it will take for them to process this in our protocol under our ISO. So, may we just ask, kanong wala pa matransmit? Kaya apparently, the blame shifts on the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for not transmitting it to the legal office on time.
Actually, we approved it 2 weeks ago.
Yes. So, may we ask our secretary why and who's responsible?
Yes, Attorney Paul?
Your Honor, the transmittal was calendared on the 55th regular session, and on the 56th regular session, the minute of the 55th regular session was approved. And after the approval of the minute, the signing of the hard copy and the excerpt followed, and here's the transmittal for today, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yes, Attorney Board Member Garcia?
Yeah, I understand that minutes, diri man gud sa ato, ang practice din kinahanglan approve ang minutes ay i-transmit, which is actually wrong. The action of the Sanggunian approving it was 2 weeks ago. The minutes is just a record. Ipadana na nyo na diretso. I was telling you all along, inana gid na. If you reckon, the approval of the resolution is not the approval of the minutes. Tanawa daw sa record, o kano sa nag-approve, kano sa gibang ang gabel, di ba 55th? The minutes is just a recording of what transpired in the 55th, which we approved on the 56th. all the resolutions and ordinances, if you reckon the effectivity, will be on the 55th, not on the 56th.
Okay.
Diba, we've been discussing that nga inana.
Okay.
But then again, you are telling, the impression now is the approval was on the 56th. Kay mo pa'y pagka-approve sa minutes. Should not be.
Because it was approved on the 55th.
Yeah, it was approved on the 15th. I was the author. The chairman banged the gavel.
May I add further?
Yes.
Honorable Chair. After the approval of the minute, the start of the production of the excerpt of the minute, where the presiding officer will sign.
Agree. But can you change the date of the approval of the ordinance or the resolution? No, right? It was on the 55th.
Actually, it was approved on the 55th actually.
Yes, that's why nahimo naman nato ni if I can recall. Nagitong gidali, di ba? Wala pa ang minutes gipa-transmit na nato. Anyway, approved naman. So, ako lang pareani if the Honorable Palmada did not raise this up, I would not know nga wa pa day wa pa day mahakot kay wala pa day ang kontrata. Di pud maka-implement kay wa pa daw di man notaryo. I don't know why notaryo is very important nga ang agreement punta sa gobernador o katong ang katong ang important. Notarial is just making the document legal. I think signed naman ang contract, right?
Attorney, per DNR, signed and notarized contract ang ilahan.
Okay. Sige. So signed and notarized. But the contract has been signed.
The contract is signed by HTML and Maya. The governor has yet to sign the contract. He's awaiting the authority, Your Honors.
The authority.
So again, I hope we can coordinate properly with legal. Kaya I just learned nga, take the case lang anis kay kanira man siguro nanginahanglan og notaryo. Ang DNR nanginahanglan og notaryo before as a requirement. Would it be true to all? Nga kinahanglan notaryado or signed lang. Kanilang kay naay particular requirement ang DNR nga i-submit kay naay mga authority to transport
As per hospital attorney, majority gyud sa amo ang mga request for authority sa SP is signed and notarized.
Okay, take note, stop.
Yes po. Kay, for example, the contract of service, dili siya marilisan sa iyahang mga PhilHealth chair like doctors if dili notarized per accounting requirement and COA po.
Okay, sige. I would not quarrel on that because you are non-lawyers and you do not know the rule on notarial practice. Okay? Anyway, kuha na lang. Ato na lang ani is we comply kay kita man ang unsa ni muna nga kung inana dinalian, let's take an exemption lang. Transmit it immediately. Natay, Joanne, if you remember, we already passed one like that. Di ba? In the not so long distant future, past. Kay naigihangyo si Gov. As long as na-approve siya ahead, bahalag ang unsad tawag ani, ang transcription and approval of the minutes, kay di man na nato ma-change. Okay, sige. So, you are transmitting that when? Immediately. Padawat na kay torneo, na naman siya diha. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your
Thank you, Attorney Board Member Garcia. Yes, Board Member Palmada.
Sige. Going back sa katong mga accumulated nga mga waste. How about sa atong BPMC? Nay waste nila nga nabilong? Sigurado ko na Pila.
Naagi hapon si BPMC, Your Honor, pero not as like the BPH.
Gamay lang sa
Maramag.
BPMC?
Yes po. Kay we are thankful for the LGU po sa Malay-Balay. Ang kanimang kung sa maraming medyo strict na sila kay murag puno na kaayo ila. So ang ilahang ang diapers manggod karon, Your Honors, considered as medical and hazardous waste. So kana siya ang marag Ah. Basta kay naa siya sa hospital, considered na siya muna ang bulk sa ato ang waste. But for BPMC, thankful nga napay part for the hospital waste nga gina sa ilahang landfill. And
Namoy data ani ma'am?
yes po,
Ma'am Rose,
board, we have
sa
the data.
BPMC malay-balay pila ang ilang data nga waste din na. Can you tell us this August ba regarding on the data from Malitbog, Talakag, Kalilangan, Kibawi, San Fernando? Do you have?
Yes po.
Sige daw.
Sorry. For the monthly solid waste for BPMC, na siya 282 kilos, Marambag 286, Kibawi 3 kilos, Manolo Fortich 5, Kalilangan 3, Talakag 80, San Fernando 20, BPH Malitbog 2. For the hazardous liquid waste, BPMC 0 because we have our ang STP, Sewerage Treatment Plant, BPH Maramag 33, Kibawi 1, Manolo 0, Kalilangan 25, Talakag 16, San Fernando 25, Malitbog 3. For monthly infectious waste, BPMC 65, Maramag 168, Kibawi 130, Manolo 80, Kalilangan 30, Talakag 10, San Fernando 0, and Malitbog 47. For the monthly general waste, muni siyang ginahakot sa ato, BPMC 1446, Maramag 1667, Kibawi 70, Manolo Fortich 2010, Kalilangan 900, Talakag 69, San Fernando 933, Malitbog 180. That's their monthly waste nga gaka-accumulate sa
That's in
hospital.
kilos.
Yes po, that's in
2,000
kilos.
2 tons man tong sa Manolo ma'am no?
Sa
2,000?
2010 kilos ang general waste muna siyang
General waste.
ginahakot sa ato ang kanang sa garbage trucks bitaw sa LGU po.
Okay. So kining 3 million na to ma'am, nga kining budget for HTML, mahurot ni tanan og kolekta tong basura?
Dili po.
Muna gipatawag na mo in the aid of legislation kay para may balaan na mo kung unsay kulang pa ani kay sigurado ko wala pa tang naka-start nag-accumulate na nga to ang mga waste din ha, di ba?
Kuan siya board. The budget for last year is 3 million. So we requested the provincial budget officer for additional budget for 2026. So luckily, it's 5 million na
Mahurot
for
na ni sila tanan, ma'am.
2027. So, dili gihapon. Dili gihapon siya board. Kay sayang man good. Kay, like karon after the bid, makastart ta hopefully by the first week of September, makastart na ta sa pagpahawol. I have the document nga gisubmit nato sa DNR katong schedule nato because the hospital will submit to the DNR sa katuang scheduled nato for howling. Mupod na ang ting
Ang inyong
request.
target ani ma'am is karong first week sa September.
Yes, as soon as possible po.
Pero
Yes
murag
po.
akong paminaw bitaw ma'am next week na ra ba ma'am Rods mo ginato ni makaya ba? Considering nga nani nga bulk sa ato ang hospital waste. I don't know ha.
Ang first howl supposed to be makasend na takang DNR sa portal for the request and approval sa atong permit to transport para the first howling scheduled na po siya. Then sunod-sunod na dayon na siya board.
Lagi kay murag ako dito sa BPH Maramag ma'am murag gitabunan magutulan ni Sir Jojo dito.
Yes,
Then
board.
murag gibisitahan na to sa ato ang regional director sa Department of Health. Murag eyesore na kayo.
Kuan,
Eyesore kayo. Then narabay plano unta atong congressman dito nga to create another building because she has already kining initial discussions with the Secretary of the Department of Health. So that's why yung murag mas maitong earlier na to masugdan kay para po ma-inspect nila ba oy ready na giday pod ang BPH Maramag, di ba? So muna atong timeline na nga atong targeton nga before na sad mo balik sila at least makita po nila nga wala na. Di ba?
Kuan siya, gapaningkamutan gid nato siya, Your Honor, nga as much as possible ang kanang 3M nato mahurot gid nato siya dili pa mahuman ang tuig para the remaining 2 million nga wala naa pa siya maapil ma-request na pod nato siya for bid Your Honor, para magamit pa po nato siya.
Sige, but anyway, Ma'am Rhodes, we are looking forward kung kano saan siya mag-start. Kasi sige lang, mabalik na bagyapon ni, mo-update lang ni. Mga ilamig update sa inyo ha, kung unsan na po yung nahitabo after this one. Sige, sige, thank you, thank you. I will yield to my colleague, Honorable Representative.
Yes, Board Member Pepito.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ma'am Rhodes, mangutana lang ko ba? Naman ko'y nadumduman ako last di ko sure 2023 pa siguro to. Naman to na-propose sa province of Garab itong usa ka para sa hospital waste bitaw nga management. Unsa na nahitabo ato?
If I'm not mistaken, that's the usher, Your Honor.
Di ba na benchmark ito atong na-benchmark pag mo ate kamo ba to? O kinsa ni adto ato?
Katong Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Sila vice.
Okay. Yeah.
I think for the usher, that's the, I think napagyapon ang allocation, the 50M, murag wala pa siya natandog. Napagyapon siya. But we don't have the approved location from the DENR kung aha siya i-establish. Because we cannot put up the machine inside the hospital facility. Kay kuan man siya separate ECC. So the proposal is katong sa natid-asan unta. But per evaluation, dili siya pwede kay di siya kaabot sa 1 kilometer away from the watershed. Katong naman gud siya creek. So na-decline to siya nga didto nga area. So until now, wala pa ta ka move forward to procure the usher because we don't have the location kung aha siya kanang ibutang. Kay kuhaan man siya og separate kanang ECC. Di man siya magamit until wala tay approve ECC.
Pero kamulo gyapon mo pangitag location ma'am o na TWG ba something?
Ang instruction before I go back to my mother unit, ang instruction ni Gov is to after mahuman ang development plan sa katubitong sa Kibinton property, Your Honor, luwag man to siya dito, ipa-identify pod kung aha dapit nga area pwede ibutang ang katoang usher.
Pwede may makabalo Ma'am Rhodes, unsa day ang kadakang area ang kinahanglan sa usher?
Di naraba ko kabalo ato, Your Honor, kay mostly ang specification is for engineering siya.
Okay. Pero katong sa natid-asan, pila may size ato sa kadaka? Ang distansya sa watershed, but ang location unta dito?
More or less na 1 hectare at to siya kaan.
Dako na gyapon lang. Okay. Well, at least napaday gyapon ang plans ato and then napa ang budget para ato. So ongoing pa gyapon. Location na lang at least kay nakasustorya mo gud mi last time. Nanay plan sa provincial government. So katuday ang nalangay ang location. Okay, that's at least kana lang ang problema din nana ang budget. So katulad ko Mr. Presiding Officer, I yield to my colleagues if napilaing question.
Napa from the other colleagues? Yes, Board Member Palmada.
I think we are done with our appraisal, honorable, the update, no, regarding on the waste from BPH Maramag, together with BPH and all other hospitals, no. Thank you very much, Ma'am Rhodes, and also Sergio and Attorney Jam. Thank you very much. We are also looking forward, Honorable Presiding Officer, ngayon sa tag-update kung unsa na po kayo, because hopefully we can start already collecting second week.
September, second week, if ever.
Yeah. At least nakabalo na ta kung asa dapit ang kulang, notaryo na lang kulang ato ba?
Yeah. Maybe Attorney Jam, pwede na mo madala.
Attorney Paul, pwede na rin mo makuha. Sige, thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
To our invited guest. Thank you so much. 2 minutes break.
2 minutes, sir?
2 minutes break. Session resumed.
Moving further for the restoration of our internal house rules, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Proceeding now to our unfinished business, Mr. Presiding Officer, we have 2 items under the unfinished business. This will be reported by our PCL Federation President, Board Member BM Armando Evangelista, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Ikaduha na na. Board Member Evangelista is recognized.
Thank you. Mag-utro tag ila-ila ni ba? Thank you, Majority Floor. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
For item 1 under unfinished business is proposed resolution number 233-2026 of the 28th SP, series of 2026. A resolution congratulating and commending Mr. Manolito G. Garces, the Municipal Mayor of Pangantucan, of Finca de Garces, Pangantucan, Bukidnon, for placing 5th and 8th in the Robusta category of the Southeast Asia Green Coffee Competition 2026 International Round held on August 7 to 8, 2026 in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, thereby bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. Before proceeding, Mr. Presiding Officer, I'd like to move for an omnibus motion for these 2 resolutions for the same content, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. Yes. Proceed.
Thank you. So for item 2, likewise with unfinished business, a proposed resolution number 234-2026 of the 28th SP. A resolution congratulating and commending Mr. Edward E. Hernandez, Municipal Vice Mayor of Pangantucan, of Hernandez Highlands, for placing 10th in the Robusta category of the Southeast Asia Green Coffee Competition 2026 International Round held on August 7 to 8, 2026 in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, thereby bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. For the whereas, the province of Bukidnon is recognized as one of the country's important agricultural provinces with its fertile lands, favorable climate, and hardworking farmers contributing significantly to development of high-quality agricultural products, including coffee. Whereas Mr. Edward E. Hernandez, the Municipal Vice Mayor of Pangantucan, and Mr. Manolito G. Garces, the Municipal Mayor of Pangantucan, has demonstrated exceptional dedication, perseverance, and commitment to producing high-quality Robusta coffee through careful cultivation, harvesting, processing, and post-harvest practices. Whereas the Southeast Asia Green Coffee Competition 2026 International Round held on August 7 to 8, 2026 in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, brought together coffee producers and entries from across Southeast Asia and provided an international platform for recognizing excellence in green coffee quality. Whereas Mr. Manolito G. Garces and Edward E. Hernandez, representing Finca de Garces and Hernandez Highlands in Pangantucan, Bukidnon, achieved outstanding results by placing 5th and 8th place and 10th place, respectively, in the Robusta category of the said international competition. A remarkable accomplishment that reflects the exceptional quality and potential Bukidnon-grown coffee. Whereas the international recognition garnered Mr. Manolito G. Garces, the Municipal Mayor of Pangantucan, and Mr. Edward D. Hernandez, Vice Mayor of Pangantucan, not only brings distinction to themselves, but also enhances the reputation of Pangantucan and the province of Bukidnon as a producer of premium agricultural products and contributes to the promotion of Bukidnon coffee in domestic and international markets. Whereas the Sangguniang Panlalawigan recognizes the importance of honoring and encouraging Bukidnon's outstanding farmers and agriculture entrepreneurs whose dedication and achievements contribute to the economic development, agricultural advancement, and good name of the province. Therefore, on motion by this representation, hopefully seconded by all members present of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to pass a resolution congratulating and commending Honorable Manolito G. Garces and Edward D. Hernandez of Pangatukan Bukidnon for placing 5th and 8th place and 10th place respectively in the Robusta category in the Southeast Asia Green Coffee Competition 2026 International Round held on August 7 to 8, 2026 in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, thereby bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. So finally, that copies of this resolution be furnished to Mayor Manolito G. Garces and Vice Mayor Edward E. Hernandez of Pangatukan Bukidnon for their information and appropriate recognition. Moving to pass these two proposed resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you,
And
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you. An additional commendation to Board Member Garcia kay isang champion sa kape na to tinipirmi sa likod. Murag kape barako o kape sa mga barako?
Proceeding to the second reading, business for the day, Mr. Presiding Officer. For items number 1 to 3, may we now recognize our board member from the 2nd District, Board Member Attorney Hollis Monsanto.
Board Member Attorney Hollis Monsanto is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. This is a committee report on the Committee on Appropriations on the following resolutions. First is resolution number 1421-2026 dated May 11, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution approving and adopting supplemental city annual investment program number 4, calendar year 2026 of the City Government of Valencia. As to the findings, upon review of the resolution submitted by the City of Valencia, Bukidnon, the Provincial Planning and Development Office found that resolution number 1421-2026 is consistent with the planned activities of the city. However, no supplemental annual investment program was attached to serve as the basis for its review of the submitted resolution. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend that Resolution 1421-2026, dated May 11, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, be referred back to its origins for compliance with the aforementioned findings and the submission of the required documents. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to refer back. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Next is Resolution number 14-2022-2026, also dated May 11, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution approving and adopting supplemental city annual investment program number 5, calendar year 2026 of the City Government of Valencia. As to the findings, upon review of the resolution submitted by the City of Valencia, Bukidnon, the Provincial Planning and Development Office found that resolution number 1422-2026 is consistent with the planned activities of the city. However, no supplemental annual investment program was attached to serve as the basis for its review of the submitted resolution. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend that resolution 1422-2026 dated May 11, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon be referred back to its origins for compliance with the aforementioned findings and the submission of the required documents. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last is resolution number 1496-2026 dated June 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution approving and adopting supplemental city annual investment program number 6, calendar year 2026 of the City Government of Valencia. Upon review, the resolution submitted by the City of Valencia, Bukidnon, The Provincial Planning and Development Office found that the said Resolution 1496/2026 is consistent with the planned activities of the city. It was likewise found to be in order and followed the prescribed planning procedures. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of Resolution 1496/2026 dated June 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Valencia City, Bukidnon for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan concerned to pass. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Board Member Monsanto.
Proceeding to item number 4, Mr. Presiding Officer, may we now recognize our IPMR, Provincial IPMR, Board Member Dato Sumbungan.
Board Member Sumbungan is recognized.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. Pleasant afternoon to this distinguished body, August body. May hapon alang kanoy.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Chairman, the Committee of Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous Peoples, to which was referred Executive Order Number 23, Series of 2026, dated July 20, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Providing for the Rules and Regulation Implementing Ordinance Number 015-16 SP, Series of 2025, dated August 15, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring Government Agencies, Private Entities, Resort Owners, and other stakeholders within territorial jurisdiction of Municipality of Kitaw-Taw to secure pre and prior informed consent, APIC, from the Matigsalog, Manubo, ICC-IPS, before implementing program, project, and activities within their ancestral domain and for their purposes. Have considered the same hereby submit the comments, finding, and recommendation. The committee finds the executive order to be proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive to promulgate as it fitfully implement the substantive provision of Ordinance Number 015 and align with Republic Act Number 8371, April Law of 1997. Upon review, however, the committee observed certain format inconsistencies between the ordinance and the executive order. Specifically, the ordinance cities series of 2026, while the executive order refers to the series of 2025. The ordinance adopt Article 114 with continuous section numbering section 1-17, while the executive order use Rule 114 with per role numbering. In Articles 9, validation of government project, the ordinance uses subtopic E and E, while executive order begin G and K. This inconsistent are typographical in nature and do not alter the substantive intent to either the ordinance and the executive order. However, to clarify uniformity and enforcement, the committee recommends that the municipality harmonize numbering, subtopic lettering, title references, terminology across the ordinances and executive order. The committee, after due deliberation and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Executive Order Number 023, Series of 2026, July 20, 2026, for being proper, in order, and within competence in the local chief executive concerned, promulgate with above technical recommendation duly noted. So recommended.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Board Member Sambungan. Majority Floor Leader.
Proceeding to items number 5 to 16, Mr. Presiding Officer, may we now recognize our 4th District Board Member, Attorney Oliver Owen Garcia.
Board Member Garcia, the Coffee King. Omnibus ni ba?
Naghana ni, 6, 7. Okay. Magsugod sa ta sa dili omnibus. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Floor Leader. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Item number 5 is Committee Report number L-374 and H06099. Mr. Chair, the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights and Health, to which was referred the letter dated June 2, 2026 of the Governor requesting this August body for authority to enter into terms of partnership for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao. This partnership aims to improve local health system performance through timely, effective, and efficient preparedness and response to public health emergencies and disaster, and the province shall receive an estimated allocation of 619,470,402 pesos and 42 centavos support as per the 2026 National Expenditure Program of the National Government, DOH, subject to the terms and conditions as set out in the terms of partnership. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendation. Findings. The committees deliberated on the proposed TOP, particularly the indicative allocation of 619,470,402 pesos and 42 centavos reflected under CY 2026 National Expenditure Program of the Department of Health. The committee sought clarification as to whether the amount constitutes a firm or guaranteed funding commitment or merely an indicative allocation. The DOH representative clarified that the amount is subject to applicable funding release and implementation requirements. The committees recognized the significance of the proposed financial and non-financial assistance in strengthening the province's health system, particularly its preparedness and response to public health emergencies and disasters. However, considering the magnitude of the proposed allocation and the corresponding obligation of the province, the committee emphasized the necessity of anchoring the TOP on the duly adopted local investment plan for health and the annual operation plan. The committees emphasized that given the substantial indicative funding and corresponding commitments of the province, the legislative body should first be apprised of and afforded the opportunity to deliberate upon the LIPH and AOP, or at the very least be provided copies thereof duly adopted and approved by the appropriate authority prior to acting on the proposed TOP. The committees noted that during the 55th regular session, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan had already acted upon the matter pursuant to Provincial Health Board Resolution numbers 2026-009 and 2026-010. Resolution number 2026-009 endorsed the tripartite MOU among the DOH, CHD Northern Mindanao, and the provincial government of Bukidnon and PhilHealth, while Resolution number 2026-010 endorsed the TOP for the implementation of calendar year 2026 AOP with authority for the provincial governor to execute the same. Considering that the request plans had been duly adopted and approved, and that the proposed MOU and TOP had already been favorably acted upon during the 55th regular session, the committee finds that the agreement may properly be approved and given effect. Recommendation. In view of the foregoing, the committees respectfully recommend the approval of the request of the Provincial Governor, Rogelio Neil P. Roque, for authority to enter into, for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon, a terms of partnership with the Department of Health for Health Development Northern Mindanao, for the implementation of programs aimed at strengthening local health system performance and public health emergency preparedness and response with an indicative allocation of 619,470 pesos, 402 pesos and 42 centavos. So recommended, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
I'd like to pass the resolution, a resolution authorizing the provincial governor, Honorable Rogelio Neil P. Roque, to enter into and execute for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon a terms of partnership with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao involving an estimated allocation of 619,470,402 pesos and 42 centavos to strengthen local health system performance and enhance the province's timely, effective, and efficient preparedness and response to public health emergencies and disasters. So moving for the approval of the said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 6 is a joint committee report of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights and Committee on Health. Committee report number L375 and committee report number H-100. Mr. Chairman, the committees to which was referred a letter dated June 2, 2026 of the Provincial Governor Rogelio Neil Roque requesting this august body for authority to enter into a memorandum of understanding for on behalf of the Provincial Government of Bukidnon with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation Regional Office, where the MOU facilitates the fulfillment of the activities, outputs, and outcomes for the success of an integrated, province-wide or city-wide health system for the implementation of Local Investment Plan for Health, LIPH, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. Ms. Mary Gazelle F. Bataga, representative of the DOH Provincial Office, explained that the provincial government acts as the integrator and implementer of universal health care services, including the management of health funds and the implementation of annual operational plan and local investment plan for health. Through the Provincial Health Office, PhilHealth, on the other hand, serves as a funding source, including through mechanisms such as YACAP, which may be incorporated into funding pooling arrangements. The chair sought clarification on the operational status of the Special Health Fund. Ms. Bataga stated that the SHF had not been fully operationalized for the hospitals, with current implementation limited to approximately 8 LGUs. She further noted that no definite percentage for the downloading or allocation of the SHF had been prescribed and that no support management unit had been established for its full implementation. The chair observed that despite the absence of a definite operational framework for the SHF, the proposed MOU was already being submitted for approval. Ms. Bataka explained that the proposed MOU merely updates the previous agreement principally with respect to the applicable year, and that the programs remain substantially similar to those previously implemented. She further clarified that annual reapproval is not necessarily required unless there is a change in administration or of the Secretary of Health. The chair emphasized that the MOU serves as a framework for the parties, including the governor and concerned provincial offices, in implementing the agreed health programs and managing the SHF, subject to the appropriate approval of the Provincial Health Board. It was likewise noted that the proposed MOU does not provide a definite expiration date and substantially mirrors the previous agreement. The chair also raised concerns regarding the transmittal and completeness of the supporting documents, particularly the absence of the LIPH, a 3-year health planning instrument. The committee emphasized that the proponents should prepare and submit the necessary communication and supporting documents establishing the technical and operational basis of the proposal, while the legal office should primarily undertake the legal review. The chair emphasized that action on the proposed memorandum of understanding and terms of partnership should be anchored on the prior adoption and approval of the Local Investment Plan for Health and Annual Operational Plan by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, as these constitute the essential planning and implementation basis for the proposed agreements and their corresponding commitments. The committee noted, however, that during the 55th regular session, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan had already acted upon the matter pursuant to Provincial Health Board Resolution number 2026-009 and 2026-010. Resolution number 2026-009 endorsed the tripartite MOU among the DOH, CHD Northern Mindanao, the Provincial Government of Bukidnon, and PhilHealth, while Resolution number 2026-010 endorsed the TOP for the implementation of the calendar year 2026 AOP with authority for the provincial governor to execute the same. considering that the requisite plans had been duly adopted and approved, and that the proposed MOU and TOP had already been favorably acted upon during the 55th regular session, the committee finds that the agreement may properly be approved and given effect. Recommendation. In view of the foregoing, the committees respectfully recommend the approval of the request for authority to enter into a memorandum of understanding for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth Regional Office, which shall provide the framework for the implementation of the activities, outputs, and intended outcomes necessary to strengthen and sustain the integrated province-wide health system and facilitate the effective implementation of the Local Investment Plan for Health, LIPH, subject to existing laws, rules, regulations, and applicable requirements. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I now move to pass the resolution authorizing the provincial governor, the Honorable Rogelio Neil P. Roque, to enter into and execute for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon the tripartite memorandum of understanding with the Department of Health Center for Health Development Northern Mindanao and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation Regional Office for the implementation of the Local Investment Plan for Health and the establishment and sustainability of an integrated province-wide health system. So moving for the approval of said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 7 is a committee report of the Committee on Laws, Committee Report number L-376, which was referred Ordinance number 04 Series of 2026, approved on March 5, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kibawe, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Sale, Dispensation, or Consumption by Minors of Spirituous, Fermented, or Intoxicating Liquor, Wine, or similar beverages within the municipality of Kibawe, Bukidnon, providing penalties therefore and for other purposes, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The committee finds that the ordinance seeks to protect minors from the harmful effects of alcoholic beverage by prohibiting their sale, service, dispensation, and consumption by persons below 18 years of age. The ordinance is principally anchored in Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, particularly the general welfare powers of the municipality. It likewise cites Republic Act number 9344 as amended and other applicable laws concerning the protection and welfare of minors. The measure also provides for intervention and rehabilitation measures for minors, violators, and regulatory sanctions against adults and business establishments. The measure appropriately distinguishes the treatment of minor violators from that of adults and the business establishment. For minors, it provides intervention, counseling, community service, and monitoring measures consistent with its stated policy of child protection. For adults and establishments, it imposes fines and regulatory sanctions for selling, serving, or allowing minor access to alcoholic beverages. The ordinance further provides for ID verification, signage requirements, enforcement mechanisms, awareness campaigns, and periodic review, thereby establishing preventive and monitoring measures for its implementation. The committee notes, however, that the implementation of the penalties and regulatory sanctions must remain subject to due process and applicable limitations under national law, particularly with respect to suspension or revocation of business permits. Recommendation. The committee, after review, hereby recommends for the approval of Ordinance Number 4, Series of 2026, approved on March 5, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kibawe, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the legislative authority of the Sanggunian to enact. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Board Member Garcia, ang iba ko nang nako nga spiritus nga inimnon is kanang mumpo naman, di ba?
Oh.
Included na.
Oh, dili pwede serve sa minor to spiritus. Off the record.
Off the record.
All right. So may I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Yeah. Please do so.
Okay. Item number 8 is committee report of the Committee on Laws, Committee Report number 377, to which was referred Executive Order number 50, Series of 2026, dated July 23, 2026, of the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Bangon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Reconstituting the Inventory and Disposal Committee of the Municipality of Bangon, Bukidnon, and defining its composition, powers, and functions and responsibilities. Diretso lang ko sa recommendation, kaya balik-balik mo ni. Recommendation of the committee, after review and careful study, hereby recommends for the approval of Executive Order number 50, Series of 2026, dated July 23, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Bangon, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Items 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Omnibus motion, Mr. Chair, for the approval of these committee reports. I would like to read their title. Committee Report number 2026-L-3378, to which was referred Ordinance number 68-2026, Series of 2026, approved on July 24, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring All Slow-Moving Vehicles to Use the Outer Lane of the National Highway within the territorial jurisdiction of the Municipality of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, and providing penalties for violations thereof. Item number 10, Committee Report number 2026-L-379, to which was referred Ordinance number 298, Series of 2026, approved on June 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Lantapan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Regulating the Use of Plastic Cellophane and Sandbags as Packaging Materials in the Municipality of Lantapan, Bukidnon, prescribing penalties for violation thereof. Item number 11 is Committee Report number 2026-L-380, to which was referred Ordinance number 299, Series of 2026, 16th SB, approved on June 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Lantapan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Conduct of Separate Celebrations of Araw ng Purok, Zone, Sitio, and declaring Araw ng Barangay as the sole annual community celebration in the Municipality of Lantapan, Bukidnon. Gamay na lang solicit ani. Item number 12, Committee Report number 2026-L-381, to which was sharing scheme. Item number 13, Committee Report number 2026-L-382, to which was referred Ordinance number 1327-2026, 16th SB, 24th Regular Session, enacted on June 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled Prohibiting Local Government Officials from Affixing Personal Branding on Publicly Funded Projects and Programs, or from naming government projects or programs after them, or other persons whose name or identity may in any manner be associated with the said officials, and or from claiming credit through signages announcing a public works project, providing penalty for violation thereof, and for other purposes. Anti-EPA law. Item number 14, Committee Report number 2026-L-383, to which was referred Ordinance number 1336-2026, 16th SB 24th Regular Session, enacted on June 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled Prescribing the Rules, Regulations for the Welfare of Animals, and the Control of Rabies in Humans and Animals in the Municipality of Damulog, Bukidnon, pursuant to Republic Act number 8485, Animal Welfare Act of 1998, and Republic Act number 9482, the Rabies Act of 2007. Item 15 is Committee Report number 2026-L-384, 28 SP, to which was referred Ordinance number 1337, 2026, 16th SB, 24th Regular Session, enacted on June 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled Localizing and Strengthening the Implementation of Republic Act number 9262, otherwise known as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children, VAUC, Act of 2004 in the Municipality of Damulog, Bukidnon, providing mechanisms for protection, support services, and providing funds therefore. Item number 16, Committee Report number 2026-L-385, to which was referred ordinance number 1340-2026 of the 27th regular session approved on July 16, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayad of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled Authorizing the Temporary Closure of Ramon Magsaysay Street from the junction of Rizal Street to the junction of Bonifacio Street to facilitate the installation and operation of a perya for the Araw of Damulog. The committee, after review, hereby recommends for the approval of all the 8 ordinances for being proper, in order, and within the legislative authority of the Sanggunian to enact. So moving for the omnibus approval of the 8 committee reports, Mr. Chair.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Attorney Board Member Garcia.
Mr. Presiding Officer, proceeding now to items number 17 to 22, may we now recognize our 3rd District Board Member Joseph Palmada.
Board Member Joseph Palmada is recognized. Our former Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Honorable Presiding Officer, I have 6 items from item number 17 to 22. These are all approval from the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, and Disaster Preparedness. Honorable Presiding Officer, 17 to 20, Honorable Presiding Officer, these are all ordinances that which was referred back because of the reason that they failed to attach a certificate of publication as mandated by Section 59 of Article 104 of the Implementing Rules and Regulation of Republic Act 7160. This concerned Sangguniang Bayan has now provided with an affidavit of publication. Thus, Honorable Presiding Officer, omnibus motion for the approval of item number 17. This is an ordinance prescribing the guidelines to the implementation of the preemptive or forced evacuation in Malitbog, Bukidnon as a last resort when disaster or emergency has been declared in the municipality and danger of loss of lives becomes imminent, providing the penalties thereof and for other purposes. For item number 17, Honorable Presiding Officer, this is an ordinance regulating the sale, distribution, the use of single-use plastic in the municipality of Malitbog and province of Bukidnon pursuant to the provision of Public Act 9003, otherwise known as the Philippine Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 and other pertinent laws. For item number 19, this is an ordinance prescribing the mandatory waste segregation sorting at source in the municipality of Malitbog, province of Bukidnon, pursuant to the provision of Public Act number 9003, otherwise known as the Philippine Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 and other pertinent laws. And for item number 20, Honorable Presiding Officer, this is again an ordinance declaring the watershed protection areas within the municipality of Malitbog, Bukidnon, and penalizing the violation thereof. All this ordinance, Honorable Presiding Officer, from the municipality of Malitbog has been referred back. Again, omnibus motion for the approval of these 4 ordinances from the LGU of Malitbog from item number 17 to 20, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to refer back.
Approval.
Approval.
Before it was referred back due to the
Okay.
affidavit of publication
So there's a motion.
for approval of all these ordinances.
It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Again, Honorable Presiding Officer, from item number 21 and 22, these are again all approvals of these 2 ordinances. Omnibus motion again for the 2 ordinances from item number 21, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is an ordinance number 1341-2026 of the 16th SB of the 20th regular session approved on July 16, 2026 of Sangguniang Bayad, Damulog, Bukidnon, an ordinance requiring the waste segregation at source in the municipality of Damulog in accordance with the Republic Act 9003, providing for its implementation and for other purposes. And for item number 22, Honorable Presiding Officer, this is a ordinance to which was referred ordinance numbers 15054 series of 2026 approved on April 10, 2026 of Sangguniang Bayad, Pangantukan, Bukidnon, entitled Environment Code of the Municipality of Pangantukan, Bukidnon. Honorable Presiding Officer, the committee determined that this both ordinance from the Sangguniang Bayan of Damulog and the ordinance Sangguniang Bayan of Pangantukan, Bukidnon adheres completely
to all relevant laws, rules, and regulation. Thus, omnibus motion for the approval of these ordinances from item number 21 and 22, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There was a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you very much, Honorable Presiding Officer. That will be all in the Committee on Environmental Protection and Climate Change Disaster Preparedness. Thank you. Once
Thank
again.
you, Board Member Joseph Palmada. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer. Proceeding now to item number 23, may we now recognize our board member from the 2nd District, Board Member Marlon Dinlayan.
Thank you.
Board Member Marlon Dinlayan is recognized.
Thank you, distinguished Majority Floor Leader, and our Honorable Presiding Officer, to my fellow distinguished board members, to all of us here, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
I have only one item to report, which is the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry, at which was referred Ordinance Number 1331, thus 2026 16th Sangguniang Bayan 30th Regular Session approved on August 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of the Mulog, Bukidnon, entitled Amending Ordinance Number 1161, thus 2023, entitled An Ordinance Charging Market Rental or Fees and Stall Band for the Incoming Phase 2, Two-Story and Pasalubong Center, have considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance seeks to modify Section 3 of Ordinance Number 1161, thus 2023. It aims to improve the implementation of the existing ordinance, maximize the utilization of available market spaces, and provide a clear and practical system for the allocation of stalls to interested business owners and applicants. Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, states that every local government unit has the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare within their respective territorial jurisdiction. The committee recognizes that the amendments are intended to promote fairness, transparency, accessibility, and efficient utilization of the available market spaces. The adoption of a first-come, first-served system provides applicants with a clear and straightforward basis for stall allocation. Removing the raffle system likewise simplifies the process and allows qualified applicants to secure available spaces based on the order of their application and compliance with the requirements. Recommendation. Considering the foregoing, the committees hereby recommend for the approval of Ordinance Number 1331-2026 during 16th Sangguniang Bayan 30th Regular Session approved on August 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of the Mulog, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with law and within the authority of the Sangguniang concerned to enact. So recommended, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Board Member Marlon Dinlayan.
Mr. Presiding Officer, proceeding now to item number 24. This will be reported by 3rd District Board Member Jomik Portich.
Board Member Jomik Fortich is recognized.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Committee report of the Committee on Women's and Family Relations, number 2026-W-03828SP. The Committee on Women's and Family Relations, to which was referred Municipal Ordinance number 2026-560, approved on July 14, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Baungon, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Addressing Online Sexual Abuse or Exploitation of Children, USAEC, and Child Sexual Abuse or Exploitation Materials, CSAIM, in the Municipality of Baungon. have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings, comments. Upon review, the committee finds that several provisions thereof require amendment to conform with existing laws and the limits of municipal legislative authorities. Pursuant to the due process clause under Article 3, Section 1 of the 1987 Constitution, Section 11 of the Ordinance, insofar as it creates a conclusive presumption of knowledge against business owners, operators, or lessors, is ultra vires for creating an evidentiary rule that may dispense with proof of an essential fact and operate against the presumptions of innocence. A local legislative body cannot create a rule of evidence that modifies or supplants the rule of governing the determination of criminal liability in judicial proceeding. Section 20B of Republic Act Number 10742 as amended by Republic Act Number 11768, the Sangguniang Kabataan is granted financial independence in the operation, disbursement, and utilization of its funds. Thus, Section 6K of the ordinance should be amended as the municipality may encourage and coordinate with the Sangguniang Kabataan in undertaking OSAIC and CISAIM prevention activities, but cannot compel to ensure an appropriation or allocation of the SK budget for such purpose. Section 3 of Republic Act Number 6981, the Witness Protection Security and Benefit Program is formulated and implemented by the Department of Justice, and admission thereto is subject to the qualifications and conditions prescribed by law. According to Section 7 of the ordinance, should be qualified as entitlement or admission to the Witness Protection Program is not automatic merely by reason of being a victim or a member of the victim's family, but is subject to the eligibility requirements and admission process under Republic Act Number 6981, Sections 59 and 511 of Republic Act Number 7160, or ordinances with penal sanctions are subject to prescribed posting and publication requirements before they may take effect. Section 59 requires the posting of ordinance in the prescribed places and the publication of the gist of ordinance with penal sanctions in a newspaper or of general circulation within the province, while Section 511 specifically requires ordinances with penal sanctions to be posted for at least 3 consecutive weeks and published where available. However, the record submitted for review contains no proof of compliance with the required publication and posting. Lastly, Section 447A13 of Republic Act Number 7160, the Sangguniang Bayan is authorized to prescribe penalties for violation of municipal ordinances consisting of a fine of not more than 2,500 or in imprisonment for a period of not more than 6 months, or both at the discretion of the court. Accordingly, Section 21 be amended insofar as it is directed imposes suspension, revocation of licenses or permits, and administrative penalties as sanctions under the ordinance as this matter pertain to exercise of administrative or executive authority by the proper office of official and should be not be treated as criminal penalties imposed directly by the Sangguniang Bayan. Recommendation: the committee hereby recommend that Municipal Ordinance Number 2026-560 approved on July 14 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Bukidnon be referred back to its origin for the purpose of undertaking the necessary corrective revision and compliance to ensure conformity with existing laws and regulations. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to refer back. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member John Fordich.
Mr. Presiding Officer, proceeding now to the new business for the day. Item number 25 will be reported by this representation. Item number 25, Mr. Presiding Officer, is proposed resolution number 239-2026 of the 28th SP series of 2026 entitled A Resolution Recognizing Datu Arayan Antonio Lantong Dagok Jr. as a cultural figure, cultural worker, researcher, performer, and mentor whose work contributes to the preservation, transmission, and internal representation of Bukidnon's indigenous culture heritage. Authored by this representation, whereas the province of Bukidnon recognizes and respects the rich cultural heritage, traditional knowledge, customary practices, spirituality, and indigenous identity of its indigenous cultural communities, indigenous people or ICC's IPs, whereas Datu Arayan Antonio Lantong Dagok Jr. is a bona fide resident of Sitio Lumagwas, Barangay Entuyon, Pangantukan, Bukidnon, whereas Datu Arayan Antonio Lantong Dagok Jr. is an indigenous leader or cultural worker, peace advocate, performing arts director, a visionary indigenous leader whose life's work is dedicated to preserving, revitalizing, and advancing the living heritage of indigenous peoples through culture, education, and environmental stewardship and the arts. Whereas he represented indigenous Filipino culture on the global stage through international collaborations, cultural research, and documentary filmmaking, with his work showcased in the Philippines, Germany, London, and Croatia. Whereas the international exhibition, The Forest Listens, Their Spirits Cry, presented by Objectives Center for Photography and Film in Singapore, identifies Datu Arayan as a spiritual leader of his community and presents his role within the cultural and spiritual traditions of the Talaandig Manobo people of Bukidnon. Whereas the International Cultural Project of the Baylan of Mount Kalatungan further documents Datu Arayan's participation with Baylan leaders in sustaining and transmitting the myths, spiritual traditions, ecological knowledge, and cultural heritage of the Talaandig Manobo community in the foothills of Mount Kalatungan, Bukidnon. Whereas such recognition would provide meaningful institutional support of his Schengen visa application for his forthcoming cultural engagement in Copenhagen, Denmark from October 1 to 9, 2026, where he will serve as a mentor to students participating in his work entitled Primordial Portals. It is an opportunity to create... Anyway, to the next whereas. Whereas the provincial government of Bukidnon recognizes that the international documentation and presentation of Datu Arayan and the Talaandig Manobo Baylan tradition contribute to greater awareness of the province's indigenous cultural heritage and demonstrate the continuing relevance of indigenous knowledge, spiritually, environmental stewardship, and cultural transmission. Now, therefore, on motion of this representation, duly seconded by all board members here assembled in session, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved to pass a resolution recognizing Datu Arayan Antonio Lantong Dagok Jr. as a cultural figure, cultural worker, researcher, performer, and mentor whose work contributes to the preservation, transmission, and international representation of Bukidnon's indigenous cultural heritage. Resolved further that copies of this resolution be furnished to Datu Arayan Antonio Lantong Dagok Jr. for his information and appropriate action. So moving for the approval and adoption of this resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There is a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
And I would also like to request our good secretary to could we award this for the next Monday convocation? Nabay lain award? Wala man. Pwede pa? Sige, thank you.
September
next Monday convocation 4. Nice 4. September 7. September 7.
On September 7.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you.
Proceeding now to items number 26 to 28. Mr. Presiding Officer, may we now recognize our SK Federation President, Board Member Rayelu Linas.
Board Member Relu Linas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. Mr. Presiding Officer, may I request that the following three proposed resolutions be considered and acted upon under one omnibus motion. First is the proposed resolution number 236-2026 of 28th SP, a resolution commending and expressing profound appreciation to the city government of Valencia, Bukidnon, headed by Honorable Mayor Ami G. Galario for successfully serving as the host city of the Provincial Linggo ng Kabataan 2026 held on August 14 to 16, 2026. Second is the proposed resolution number 237-2026 of 28 SP, a resolution commending and expressing sincere appreciation to Honorable John Legel P. Stokia, SK Federation President of Valencia City, for his exemplary leadership and valuable contribution to the successful hosting of the Provincial Linggo ng Kabataan 2026 in the host city of Valencia, held on August 14 to 16, 2026. And last, the proposed resolution number 238-2026 of 28 SP, a resolution commending and expressing sincere appreciation to Mr. Francis Oliver B. Awitin, Local Youth Development Officer of Valencia City, Bukidnon, for his invaluable assistance and significant contribution to the successful hosting of the Provincial Linggo ng Kabataan 2026 in the host city of Valencia City, Bukidnon, held on August 14 to 16, 2026. This resolution collectively commend and express profound appreciation to Honorable John Legel Stokia, SK Federation President of Valencia City, Mr. Francis Oliver B. Awitin, Local Youth Development Officer of Valencia City, and the City Government of Valencia, Bukidnon, headed by Honorable Mayor Ami G. Galario, for their exemplary leadership, invaluable assistance, dedicated service, and unwavering support in the successful hosting and conduct of the Provincial Linggo ng Kabataan 2026 held on August 14 to 16, 2026 in Valencia City, Bukidnon. So the resolution recognizes their respective contributions in ensuring the effective coordination, organization, hospitality, and implementation of the celebration. So moving for an omnibus motion for the approval of this proposed resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There is a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
And thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. And also requesting to award this resolution to the respective recipients during one of our regular sessions, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Secretary? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Noted, Board Member Relu Linas. Thank you.
Mr. Presiding Officer, proceeding now to items number 29 to 264. May we now recognize again our board member from the 4th District, Board Member Attorney Oliver Owen Garcia.
Attorney Board Member Garcia, ikaw na ibahala.
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. Floor Leader, thank you. Item number 29 is entitled a resolution, amending resolution number 2026-2. Earlier, Mr. Chair, as a context, we passed resolution number 240-2026. And there is a need to add a provision. Sakto ba? There's a need to, after approving this one, Your Honor, the Office of the Governor returned this resolution with a comment to add one whereas clause. And so, in order to comply with the message of the provincial governor, this resolution is now introduced. Ang title is a resolution amending resolution number 2026-2441, 28 SP requesting the Provincial Governor Rogelio Nil Piroque to allow the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to procure its fuel requirements and have the fuel reimbursed by the provincial government chargeable to the budget of the SP member. The new whereas clause is the last whereas clause, Mr. Chair. I'll just go directly. The last whereas clause which is added now reads, whereas an end user shall not be permitted to undertake procurement through direct acquisition without while there remains an outstanding and unliquidated purchase order for fuel in order to avoid duplication of procurement and ensure proper accountability and liquidation of government funds. With that, Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of this resolution.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 30 to 63. 33 items, Mr. Chair.
Good luck.
All these are communications for approval of purchase order or contract of agreement. So I would like to pass an omnibus motion for the approval of these 33 items, and I would just like to read each item so you would know, because you will be happy. Item number 30, letter dated August 17 with attached back resolution number 2026-458 of the provincial governor requesting this August body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of monoblock chairs for SP Garcia with one supplier, Caliber Industrial Sales Corporation, for a contract cost of 1,222,368 pesos. Item 31 is also a request from the governor to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot construction materials for BPMC with one supplier, X&C Building Construction, for the contract cost of 403,303 pesos and 55 centavos. Item number 3 is a request from the governor for authority to sign the purchase order, contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of solar lights with pole for SP Garcia. With one supplier, Microflash Enterprises, for the contract cost of 1,596,000. Item number 34 is a letter dated August 17 from the governor requesting this August body for authority to sign the contract or purchase order for the project supply and delivery of IT equipment and services, IT equipment and devices rather, for PAIA with one supplier, Biswiss Computer Center, for the contract cost of 91,907 pesos. Item number 35 is a letter dated
34.
34. 34 na ba? 35 na.
34.
30, 31, 30. Okay, sayop number. Okay, 34 is a letter dated August 17 from the governor requesting for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract supply and delivery of one lot meals and snacks for PNP with one supplier, Chef Jack's Kitchen, for a contract cost of 756,250. Item number 35 is a letter dated August 17 with back resolution number 2026-469. The governor is asking for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract supply and delivery of 20 units laptop for SP Palmada with one supplier, Exicom Computer Sales and Services, for the contract cost of 999,800 pesos. Item number 36 is a letter undated with back resolution number 26-470 from the governor requesting for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract supply and delivery of one lot agricultural supplies for Pagro with one supplier, Altesia Enterprises, for contract cost of 606,320 pesos. Item number 37 is also undated with back resolution number 2026-471 of the governor requesting this body for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract supply and delivery of one lot welfare goods for one SFB, SFR SOCOM Philippine Army with supplier Acacia Trading for the contract cost of 1,318,976. Item number 38 is also a letter undated with back resolution number 2026-472 from the governor requesting for authority to sign the purchase order for the supply and delivery of 1 lakh monoblock chairs for SP Sumbungan with one supplier, Caliber Industrial Sales Corporation, for the contract cost of 1,947,408 pesos. Item 39 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with back resolution number 2026-473 from the governor requesting for authority to sign the purchase order of the contract supply and delivery of 1 lot agricultural supplies for Pagro with one supplier, Ramgo International Corporation, for the contract cost of 1 million pesos. Item number 40 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 474-2026 of the provincial governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract, supply, and delivery of 1 lot clothing, textiles, and other supplies excuse me, for various offices with one supplier, Marces Corporation, for the contract cost of 418,593 pesos and 60 centavos. Item 41 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with back resolution 475-2026 of the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract, supply, and delivery of 1 lot electrical supplies for various offices with one supplier, X&C Building Construction, for the contract cost of 283,365 pesos. Item 42 is an undated letter with back resolution 477-2026 of the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the contract, supply, delivery, installation, and commissioning of 1 lot CCTV camera at the Provincial Zoo, Kaamulan Grounds, and Capitol Grounds for PGO PICTD with one supplier, BSwiss Computer Center, for the contract cost of 6,549,824 pesos. Item number 43 is an undated letter with back resolution number 478-2026 of the provincial governor, Rogelio Nil Roque, requesting this august body for an authority to sign the contract purchase order for the supply and delivery and commissioning of AI server for PGO PICTD with one supplier, BSwiss Computer Center, for the contract cost of 745,000 pesos. Item number 44 is an undated letter with attached back resolution number 479-2026 of the governor requesting this body for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project, supply, and delivery of 1 lot consumable inks for various offices with one supplier, Exicom Computer Sales Services, for the contract cost of 914,463 pesos. Item number 45 is a letter undated with attached back resolution number 481-2026 of the provincial governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project, supply, delivery, installation, commissioning, and testing of brand new 300 kVA diesel AC standby generator and multi-port remote automatic transfer switch for Benro with one supplier, Phil Power Group and Marketing Corporation, for the contract cost of 6,470,000 pesos. Item number 46 is an undated letter with attached back resolution number 482-2026 from the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project, supply, and delivery of floodlights for SP Pipito with one supplier, Mizrock Solar Lights Trading, for the contract cost of 1,246,752 pesos. Item number 47 is a letter undated with attached back resolution number 483-2026 of the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project, supply, and delivery of 1 lot diesel fuel for various offices with supplier, Jesalem Enterprises, for contract cost of 1,246,500 pesos. Item 48 is also a letter from the Governor with attached back resolution number 484-2026 requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot office supplies for various offices with one supplier, Marcis Corporation, for the contract cost of 776,500 pesos. Item number 49 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 492-2026 of the provincial governor requesting this body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot dietary supplies for BPH Kibawi with supplier Centro Super Sales Inc. for the contract cost of 2,995,170 pesos. Item 50 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 493-2026 of the provincial governor requesting this august body for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of various supplies and equipment for LDRRMF preparedness for PDRRMD with one supplier Circle M Merchandise Trading Corporation for the contract cost of 2,289,942 pesos. Item number 51 is a letter dated 17 August with attached back resolution number 494-2026 from the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the supply and delivery of one lot dietary supplies for BPH Kalilangan with one supplier, Centro Super Sales Incorporated, for the contract cost of 1,399,070 pesos. Item number 52 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 495-2026 of the governor requesting this body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot dietary supplies for BPMC with one supplier, Circle M Merchandise Trading Corporation, for the contract cost of 897,926 pesos. Item number 53 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 496-2026 of the governor requesting this august body for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot medical devices for SP Palmada and SP Pipito with one supplier, Aton Pharma, from the for the contract cost of 655,440 pesos. Item 54 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution 497-2026 of the governor requesting this body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot dietary supplies for BPH Manditbog with one supplier, Darbs Corporation, for contract cost of 886,954 pesos. Item number 55 is a letter undated from the governor with attached back resolution number 498-2026 requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply delivery of one lot welfare goods for PSWDO with one supplier, Circle M Merchandise Trading Corporation, for the contract cost of 9,704,556 pesos. Item number 56 is a letter undated with attached back resolution number 499 of the provincial governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot welfare goods for the 403rd Brigade with one supplier, Keisha Trading, for the contract cost of 1,294,000 pesos and 294,088 pesos. Item number 59 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution 504-2026 from the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one lot drugs and medicines for PHO with one supplier, Aton Pharma, for the contract cost of 669,581 pesos. Item number 58 is an undated letter with attached back resolution number 505-2026 from the governor requesting this body for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one-lot monoblock chairs for various offices with one supplier, Raisha Enterprises, for a contract cost of 1,028,945 pesos. Item number 59 is an undated letter with attached back resolution number 506-2026 of the provincial governor requesting this august body to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one-lot daycare chairs and tables for Vice Governor with one supplier, Caliber Industrial Sales Corporation, for a contract cost of 3,995,112 pesos. Item number 60 is a letter dated August 17, 2026 with attached back resolution number 513-2026 requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one-lot meals and snacks for various offices and BPH Maramag with one supplier, Keisha Trading, for the contract cost of 1,433,950 pesos. Item number 61. Tama?
61.
Letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 2026-523 of the governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one-lot fertilizers and other agricultural equipment for various offices and BPMC with one supplier, Good Farms Trading Corporation, for the contract cost of 1,053,444 pesos. 444 pesos. Finally, item 62 is a letter dated 17 August 2026 with attached back resolution number 524/2026 of the provincial governor requesting this august body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of one-lot agriculture supplies for Pagro with one supplier, DP Enterprises, for the contract cost of 596,045 pesos. Mr. Chair, omnibus motion for the approval of all these requests of the governor.
There's some omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Addendum na?
Addendum.
Okay. Mr. Chair, addendum number 1 is item number 63. This is a communication, a letter dated from the governor, dated August 24, 2026, with attachment, requesting this august body for an authority to enter into an addendum to the memorandum of agreement by and between the provincial government of Bukidnon and the Department of Education. This is with regards to the implementation of the infrastructure projects under the Basic Education Facilities Program for fiscal year 2026, with information that the supplemental agreement signed on June 3, 2026 provides that the Department of Education shall allocate to the provincial government of Bukidnon the total amount of 123,230,753 pesos and 78 centavos for the construction, rehabilitation, and improvement of classrooms and school buildings in identified public schools within the province. Subsequently, a revised list of target school sites eligible for funding was determined, thereby necessitating the execution of the proposed addendum to modify Annex A of the Supplemental Memorandum of Agreement as well as Section 8 thereof, particularly the amount allocated for the project accordingly. The amount of 123,230,753 pesos and 78 centavos shall be amended to 206,656,462 pesos and 36 centavos, corresponding to the revised funding requirement based on the updated list of eligible school sites. Attached herewith is the addendum to the Memorandum of Agreement for reference. Mr. Chair, in June of 2026, we approved a supplemental agreement from 70, 80 million earlier, na-increase ang atong allocation to 123. And now, because there are additional 5 sites, school sites, the DepEd increased our allocation from 123 to 206,656,462.36. Now, the MOA determines that the provincial government will conduct the bidding for these 8 plus 5 projects. So 8 original and then plus 5, so pila na? 13 total projects. We will conduct the bidding, the provincial government. Thereafter, if the bidding is successful and a notice of award is given to the winning bidder, the DepEd will now download 50% of the contract cost. So if 206 million, dungan bid ang different, and then nadaog, they will download immediately 103 or half of the 206 million pesos. In other words, wa pay kwarta dres ato ha, wa gi-download. Supervised downloading daw tawag ani according to the DepEd. So once the project is started and the contractor makes a progress billing, then that's the time we pay them. No, walay mobilization fee. So they start with their own money and then bid accordingly. And thereafter, there are tranches of allocations that is under the MOA. So just like DILG, kining ila lahi pud ila style. Ang DILG gi-download, but all the process of procurement naa sila dito for the purchase of that rice. Kini ipakandak sa ato ang bidding after we have prepared the POW, Program of Works, for all these projects. And then they'll download 50%, and then tranches of downloads to the provincial government based on the progress billing of the contractors. So with that, Mr. Chair, this will, we need around 3,500 classrooms in Bukidnon alone. But this is around, pila na ni? Wala kabot ni 100, no? Of 8 sites. So at least better than nothing. So with that, may I now move for the approval of the authority
memorandum
given to the governor to sign the addendum to the memorandum of agreement by and between the provincial government of Bukidnon and DepEd for the basic education facilities program for fiscal year 2026 in the amount of 206,656,462.36 pesos, subject to style. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Item number 2.
Addendum number 2 actually was referred to the committee. This refers to the purchase of the rice for distribution to the poor and almost poor, or near poor, near poor Filipinos in the province of Bukidnon.
Going poor.
Always poor and becoming poor. Okay, committee report number 286 of the committee, 386 rather, of the Committee on Laws. Mr. Chairman, the Committee on Laws to which was referred a letter dated, undated, with attached back resolution 2026-480 from the Governor requesting this August body for authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of rice for PGO management with one supplier, Soda Trade Corporation, for the contract cost of 177,995,500 pesos, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. Upon due deliberation, the committee noted that the funding for the project is sourced from the Department of Interior and Local Government, and that the province shall facilitate the distribution of the procured rice to various municipalities and component cities of the province in accordance with the prescribed distribution listing. The committee observed that the contract price of 70 pesos per kilogram, which is higher than the prevailing market price, while it was represented that the price is justified by the nature, purpose and requirements of the procurement, particularly the need to ensure the timely, adequate, and uniform distribution of rice assistance to the intended beneficiaries of the participating local government units. The committee emphasized that the price differential should be supported by a specific, itemized, and verifiable cost breakdown rather than by general references to logistical, repacking, and other related expenses. During the deliberation, the members of the committee raised concerns regarding the fact that the sole supplier identified for the procurement, Soda Trade Corporation, is neither based in nor a supplier from the province of Bukidnon. In response, Attorney Nestor Cajes Jr., BAC Chairman, explained that no supplier within the province of Bukidnon qualified under the applicable procurement requirements to supply the required quantity and specifications of rice for the project. The committee further discussed the possibility of structuring future procurements through lot-based procurement, where legally permissible and administratively feasible, to broaden the opportunity for qualified local cooperatives and suppliers to participate in the procurement process. It was, however, represented that certain local cooperatives may presently lack the necessary requirements, documentary requirements, capitalization, supply capacity, or other qualifications required under the applicable procurement rules. In this regard, and in the interest of transparency, accountability, and proper documentation of the procurement process, the chairman directed the committee to be furnished with a list of suppliers who participated in the procurement proceedings but were subsequently declared non-qualified or failed to meet the prescribed requirements, together with corresponding grounds or reason for their disqualification or non-qualification. The committee deemed the submission of this information necessary to enable it to properly ascertain and document the circumstances surrounding the selection of the sole qualified supplier. The committee also noted that approximately 261,000 households have been identified as eligible beneficiaries, while only 254,000 10-kilogram bags of rice are reportedly available, resulting in a potential shortfall affecting approximately 7,000 households. It was further noted that the beneficiary data from 3 municipalities remain incomplete. The committee emphasized that the final allocation should be based on validated and consolidated beneficiary data with appropriate prioritization and corresponding measures to address any shortage if necessary. The committee further noted that the distribution of the procured rice shall be undertaken uniformly among the municipalities and component cities of the province with the respective municipal, city, social welfare, and development offices, facilitating the distribution at the local level. The distribution shall likewise be witnessed and monitored by duly capacitated personnel of the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office to ensure proper implementation, documentation, and accountability. The DILG, I will just add, the DILG also will be present during this distribution. In this connection, Ms. Ellen Solomintao emphasized that the distribution mechanism is being facilitated with the objective of preventing the occurrence of duplicate or ghost beneficiaries, thereby ensuring that the rice assistance is received only by qualified and intended beneficiaries. Recommendation. View the foregoing, the committee recommends the approval of the request for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of rice for PGO management with one supplier, Soda Trade Corporation, for the contract cost of 177,999,500 pesos. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
May I now pass the resolution?
Please proceed.
Yeah, I'll just read the title. Resolution granting authority to Provincial Governor Rogelio Neal P. Roque for an authority to sign the purchase order for the project supply and delivery of rice for PGO management with one supplier, Soda Trade Corporation, for the contract cost of 177,999,500 pesos. So moving for the approval of the said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Attorney Board Member Garcia.
Mr. Presiding Officer, since there are no items in the third and final reading, we will now proceed to the other communications. I move for the following, Mr. Presiding Officer. Item number 1 be forwarded to the Committee on Appropriation for information and reference. Item number 2 be forwarded to the Committee on Appropriation for information and appropriate action. Item number 3 be noted and forwarded to the Committee on Agriculture for information and reference. Item number 4 be forwarded to the Committee on Youth and for information and appropriate action. Items number 5 be forwarded to the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability quasi-judicial function for information and appropriate action. And item number 6 be forwarded to the Committee on Health for information and reference. So moving, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Proceeding now to the other matters from the board members. Board members time. Oh, okay. Ako
Board
na muna.
members time?
Kamay. I would like to schedule a committee meeting on the 8th of September. This is with regards to the proposed ordinance from the Committee on Health entitled An Ordinance Further Amending the Amended Provincial Ordinance Number 2023-045R on the grant of financial assistance to support the deserving and qualified medical students and the integration program of doctors in Bukidnon and appropriating funds therefore, expanding the covered beneficiaries to include qualified students enrolled in pre-medical courses who can avail the financial assistance, providing guidelines and appropriating funds therefore. I would like also to invite the Attorney Paul, katong mga panel of mag-interview, Secretary. Scholarship Committee. I think the
Scholarship.
Yeah, the members of the Medical Scholarship Committee for this purpose, Mr. Presiding Officer, on September 8, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yes. And then, kato lang, Mr. Presiding Officer. And then, Board Member Garcia also has a other matters for the board member.
Attorney Board Member Garcia is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, our colleagues, I know that you're aware that last August 22, a student from Valencia City was apprehended by the police for an alleged posting of a threat to conduct mass shooting. Now, the police acting on this hysteria because there was just a Zamboanga incident, arrested but later on rescued the student and is now detained at the CSWDO of the city of Valencia. They identified him to be 15 years old. Now, I catalog and research all social media posting as well as media posting of the incident. Because under the law, Section 43 of the Children in Conflict with the Law provides that minors should not be identified. Section 43 of the said law exempts minors 15 years old and below. But if you are 15 years old and 1 day or 1 month, then it has to be determined if you are acting with discernment. And if you're acting with discernment, a case can be filed against the minor. However, all this from the start to finish must be confidential. So, the act should be punished, but the child should not be destroyed. That is the essence of CICL. So with that, I would like to request for an invitation, maybe at the committee level of the Committee on Peace, Police and Public Safety, to invite the cybercrime unit of the PNP of Bukidnon, the PNP of Valencia, the CSWDO, and certain media personnel, and maybe the Bukidnon Press Club, so that we can get an information to them on what really transpired and how come the boy was duly identified in social media posting, which is contrary to law. Ang ato dinhi wala nato wata masuko sa pulis kay gibuhat nila ilang trabaho. Ang ato lang dapat i-handle with care kining tanan. Because evidently per information walay access manggod ang bata sa armas. So unsaon niya pag proceed sa iyang plano. But as agad I said, dili dapat wala untong iyang gibuhat, panisan to. Pero dili nato i-damage ang bata. If you look at the social media posting, luoy kaayo in town, no? Kay wa man ma-cover ang identity. This will be an investigation and aid of legislation aron matan-aw nato unsa atong pwede mahimo nga maedukar nato ang atong mga taga-media and even some police personnel how to handle things like this. Because wala man ta mag-ampo, pero I think this are the signs of the times. Daghang pang mahitabo involving minors, but kinahanglan ato ni silang tabangan nga dili nato madaot kining mga bata, to give them a chance to sa tawag na, to rehabilitate and eventually join back society. So, akong tang i-request nga atong ipatawag ang Cyber Crime Unit of PNP, Province of Bukidnon, the PNP Valencia, Chief of Police or Representative, the CSWDO, and the Bukidnon Press Club, and even our PAIA. So that ang atong PAIA siguro ang mag-lead unsaon ni para bisan tuod na incidents inani, we still observe the law, not disregard it, no, because of mass hysteria. So kana lang, Mr. Chair, I hope we can schedule this on 8 ka? Unsa oras ka? Una ka kay duga. Adalagi mo. Oh, sige, I'll follow at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock. I'll follow
So yours will be at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
September 8.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Committee on Laws and Committee on Peace and Order.
Peace and Order. Thank you so much, Attorney Owen Garcia, for the information.
Sakto ra nga ako inahin kay ang kang BM Garcia mo biyahe para ba ang iyang mga invited guest. Yes, before Board Member Evangelista, Mr. Presiding Officer, unya lang siguro, isa lang announce unya Attorney Paul regarding sa September 1 parade.
Sa Secretary's time na lang ito.
Kaman lang, okay. Thank you.
Yes, Board Member Evangelista is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Once again, mayong hapon. This is with regards to the celebration of the Philippine Councilors League Week 2026. So this year's celebration is 35th anniversary of Philippine Councilors League. So with that, we'd like to invite everyone, especially our board members, and especially to board members of the 3rd District, no? Kay dito na to i-celebrate ang ato ang Philippine Councilors Week 2026 sa Kibawi. A 3-day sports fest, and nag-confirm na si Congressman Inday Audrey Subiri to attend on the 2nd day. No, sa mga board members, wala na nako gibutan dinhi ang specific nga day. Kay anytime, pwede mo bisita ang mga board members dito sa ato ang event. So, September 2 ang opening. Then, I think tagaan naman siguro mga invitation ang atong
nadawat na namo
individuals, no? So, ato na lang sigurong pilian dito kung asa ta gusto mo adto, pero kung mas maayo na ata sa opening, then during fellowship nights, 2 nights na fellowship with Governor and Congressman Audrey, no? So kana lang, lipay mi kung nahapon mo dito mo join sa mga konsyales, no? Especially sa mga 3rd District. In the 4th September 4, walay solicit dito. Kami yung mga hatag. Napod may mga raffles, no? Okay. Sa September 4 napoy shooting proficiency. So naay para beginners, napoy para kung kinsay gusto na mo run combat shooting. No? So we prepared 3 stages, one for beginners and the 2 other stages are for experts, no? Especially board member Jumik Fortich. So welcome siya dito sa
sponsor na dito.
competition. So kana lang, my colleagues, thank you and hope to see you.
Thank you, Board Member Bangisa. Actually, iano na mo sa group chat kung mamili lang may unsa nga adlaw sa fellowship. Fellowship. Magsabot lang may unsa nga adlaw ng mga tuan nga fellowship. Anyone from the board members? Si Attorney Pang na mag...
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to the Secretary's time.
Attorney Paul Magwali is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. I believe individually we have been furnished copies of the invitation, but please allow me to reiterate the program which would transpire on September 1, which is the start of the celebration. So on September 1, 2026, we will have a civic parade. And as you can find in our program, we will be ahead among the contingents of the parade. This will be participated by several municipalities and cities and national government. So this will start at 7 o'clock in the morning and will start at Pine Hills and then will end at the Capitol grounds at the Centennial stage. So after the prayer, there will be a flag raising ceremony that would be in front of the Capitol, and then we back again to the Centennial stage. Our guest of honor at this time is the Senator of the Republic of the Philippines, Honorable Juan Miguel F. Subiri, who will give his message together with the Honorable Provincial Governor, Rogelio Nel Piroki. So this will be the highlight on the first day of September, which is also our 112th founding anniversary, Your Honors. Second, Your Honors, is we would like to submit to the body on when we will be the next session day. Considering that the first day of the month is a holiday, at the same time the program for our celebration.
Yeah. Actually, we discussed it at the back, no? Because September we'll be having 5 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
5 Tuesdays.
Yeah, 5
Tuesdays.
Yeah, 5 weeks. So okay na daw nga dili may mag-session sa 1. Instead, 8, 15, 22, and 29 na lang may mag-session to complete the 4 session day in a month.
Yes, okay, so what is the consensus of the body? Okay?
Agree? 8. Who will disagree?
Mr. Presiding Officer, nalang ko idugang pag-abot sa kaling sa September 1. Magsabot lang siya atong suoton sa parade. Katong upper lang o up and down. Nga katong
Naku, problema kay wala pa na nakuha akong uniform.
Ano yun? May 1 week. Pwede pa? Wala.
Ay, na lang siguro sa ato.
Makuha naman to. Okay naman.
Basta akong bano sa staff na ko.
And then, upper lang ta. And then, itom ang pants. Ano ta? Ano lang siguro? No? Di lang up and down. Di lang full ethnic yun o sa man?
Ayaw na.
Okay lang, ano, upper lang. Sige.
Muna itong pajama.
Oh. Si sorry na yan. Lang. Sige. Thank you.
And then, lastly, Mr. Presiding Officer, is that the month of September is also a civil service month. The civil service month. And this will be highlighted with various activities by the provincial government of Bukidnon. And again, we are grouped into teams. So our team's honorable chair is is composed of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, the Office of the Vice Governor, the Provincial Budget Officer, and then the Governor's Office. So,
Champion na, kaya kauban mo na itong Governor's Office. Matik na.
So, in view of that, Mr. Chair, because of lots of preparations we needed, there is a letter addressed to us by the overall coordinator, Alejandro B. Dano, Jr., for request for financial support and assistance for preparations. And we would like to thank the generosity of our board members who allocated some amount or contributions. Board Member Albarisi, 1,005, Honorable Garcia, 1,005, Honorable Palmada, 1,500, Honorable Pipito, 1,500, Honorable Sumbungan, 1,500, and Honorable Monsanto, 1,500. So we welcome for additional contributions because this would defray cost for practices and training during the sport presentation, the snacks and refreshment, props, costumes, and other materials needed for the team's presentation and activities, transportation and other necessary logistical requirements, when applicable, and other operational and incidental expenses related to the team's preparations and participation in the civil service activities. So this is the content of the letter of the overall coordinator, Mr. Alejandro B. Dano, Jr., Mr. Presiding Officer.
Not to mention, nag-provide si board member Bobby J. og snacks good for 50 players na to. Wala na siya nakahatag sa 1.5 kaya dito na lang siya mag-ano. Kaya kung wala pa nakahatag, siguro prayers na lang siguro ilang
prayers
na lang ilang ihatag.
Yan na, nasabutan po earlier nga, uniform na lang po danan. Pero huwag na yung muhatag.
I-mention lang na to.
Mas dako og 1.5, mas mahay pa siguro. Pero katula atong giset nga, kung okay na tanan, nga pariha ta 1.5.
Minimum of 1.5.
At least para sa top players.
Maximum of 1,501.
So any amount will be is welcome, and na si Ma'am Joanne, ikuan lang kan Joanne.
Any amount not less than 1.5.
Not lower than 1.5.
Why pug sanay? So
that is all, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ay, wala ta sana ito mag-5 or lakaw na ta? Lakaw na ta. Anyway, after hearing sa ordinance ganina ni Attorney Baba katong spiritus, so magpa-religious po tagamay. A pastor announced, if you know your wife is controlling you, move to the left. All the men in the church moved to the left, except one man. The pastor was happy. There was at least one strong man. He asked, how come your wife can't control you? The man quietly replied, it's my wife who told me not to move. Mayang hapon sa atong tanan.
I move for the adjournment of today's session, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Our regular session is adjourn at exactly 4:52.
Thank you.